มพูทุกคนไม่รู้ลืมบูชาพระคุณของแหล่งเรียนมาจุฬาลงกรณ์ขอทูลขอเถิดพระนามไทยพระคุณแนบไว้นิรันดร
There's one university that has entered the second century of its establishment. Located in the heart of Bangkok's vibrant city, it features modern buildings that are blended with Thai traditional structures. Amidst the greenery,
there's one university that was awarded the first in Thailand for its pursuit of sustainability in life on land, and it was also ranked the 45th worldwide. There's one and only university in Thailand that was ranked the world's top 100 for its academic reputation. And this is the first institution for higher education in Thailand, Chula University.
Even though the route on the Chulalongkorn University campus covers over 2 kilometers in distance, they extend their reach to all 20 faculties, 23 colleges, research institutes, dormitories, accommodations, and other office buildings.
Its students, lecturers, and staff can go around the campus by eco-friendly vehicles such as CU Bike, CU Shuttle Bus, Toyota Hamu, and MoveMe. The CU Shuttle Bus also provides service for general public. Oh, do you know what's good about it? It's free of charge.
If you're hungry while wandering around, don't worry. There are many canteens where you can order various kinds of food at affordable prices for students and the general public.
There is a Chula Zero Waste project that encourages students and staff to reduce food waste and use reusable containers.
Chulalongkorn University is also surrounded by malls, cafes, restaurants, convenience stores, and co-working spaces. Students and staffs are able to get a discount and special offers from famous restaurants, shops, and other services through CUNext application. And they're all cashless society friendly.
As Chulalongkorn University is one of the leaders in the health and medicine field, many health promotional services are provided for its students. Staff in the neighboring communities such as CU Sport Complex and CU Sport Stadium offers a fully functional facility,
where students, lecturers, and staff can enjoy a variety of sport, both indoor and outdoor. Accidents can occur while students are on campus, but don't worry. The CU Health Service Center and the CU Student Wellness Center can treat both physical and mental illnesses.
Besides the student-centered learning, Chulalongkorn University provides students with academic resources that they can study or do further research in an appropriate atmosphere. It has one of the largest collections of books and e-books in Thailand, together with a number of rare publications and digital media.
The campus also houses museums, galleries, and halls where students, staff, and invited artists can exhibit their artwork and perform. It boosts their creative ability and to promote artistic environment to the Chula community.
this is a brief introduction video. But if you spend a few years here, imagine all the experiences you might have. This is our campus life.
This is Chulalongkorn University. Nice to see you.
Good morning, esteemed guests, parents, and future Chula students. What a delightful introduction to your potential here in Chulalongkorn University, right, Meiji?
That is correct.
And I hope you all are as excited as I am to be taking another step closer to joining our community in today's open house.
And also, first of all, welcome you all to the 2025 Chulalongkorn University International Undergraduate Open House. My name is Warawalan Isaranukuntam, or you can call me as Meiji.
And my name is Suchana Suksutaritpon, or you can call me Kaimuk. And we will be your MCs to guide you through each faculty the international program has to offer.
And first of all, we would like to formally welcome you all to Chulalongkorn Auditorium, where we will be going through every single international undergraduate program that Chula has to offer. So please stay tuned throughout the day. And from this moment up until 4 p.m., our representatives from each program will show you what each faculty has to offer, so you can decide the perfect fit for this new chapter of your life.
And as for our agenda for today's event, it will be divided into two parts. First of all, we'll be focusing on the social sciences programs in our morning section, which will be in this exact order: BAScii, Bachelor of Arts and Science in Integrated Innovation; CommDe, Communication Design; ISE, International School of Engineering; JIP, Joint International Psychological Program; BBTech, Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology; BSAC, Bachelor of Science in Applied Chemistry; BAStech, Bachelor of Science in Industrial Science and Technology; and BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration. But before our last faculty in the morning session, we'll be having our opening remarks by Professor Dr. Wheeler Purivat, Acting President of Chulalongkorn University, followed by interview session with Kun Margaret, and then our last faculty before the lunch break, Inda, International Program in Design and Architecture.
Wow, that looks really exciting, Kaimuk. And the morning program will be starting from 9:30 a.m. and finishes at noon for our lunch break. In these sessions, lecturers and representatives from each program will be giving us an insight look into their program so that you can decide on your potential future in Chula. So, Kaimuk, I have a question actually. What can we do during our 1.5 hours lunch break during 1:30 p.m.? Is there anything in this event to look forward to?
Absolutely, Meiji. After the lunch break, there's actually so much more to do alongside today's open house. As you may have already seen outside, there are special exhibitions for more than 23 faculties around Chulalongkorn Auditorium. Here, you can ask for pamphlets or chat with each faculty's representative one-on-one in case there are any other questions outside what the presentations have to offer.
And exactly at 1:30 p.m. sharp, we'll be seeing you all here once again for the afternoon sessions. And of course, if the science faculties in the morning are not really your cup of tea, the social sciences program has prepared all the information you would need to decide your major in Chula as well. The program of BALAC, Bachelor of Arts in Language and Culture; BCM, Faculty of Communication Management; EBA, Faculty of Economics; LLBEL, Business and Tech Laws; PGS, Politics and Global Studies; and last but not least, CHPE, Chemical and Process Engineering, will be coming up here to take us through their undergraduate programs.
And for the lucky group of the first pre-registered 2,000 people to come today, the university prepared a set of souvenirs just for you to take home. By the end of the open house, you will receive an exclusive, official Open House International Programs 2025 tote bag, and for those who want to take some photos, a post on social media. Don't forget to put on the hashtag #SeeYouInterStudentLive.
Absolutely. And as a thank you for coming to our event, Chula International Undergraduate Open House 2025, and aside from the souvenirs and the programs in our main hall, there are also countless exhibitions that will be here for the whole day as well until 4 p.m. And that is where we will be doing our best at giving you all what you need to become a part of our Chulalongkorn community. And once again, if you are interested in any type of the program, you can find further information at their dedicated booths around Chula Auditorium. I'm sure that they have prepared quite an event for all the future needs here. And without further ado, let's just begin with the first international faculty. Please give a big round of applause to Kun Khaw Kwan Lau Asok from BAScii.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So my name is Khaw Kwan from BAScii, and today I'm going to talk about our program. I'm sure most of you may never heard about this faculty before. So can I have some hands from who never heard about BAScii before and have no clue on what we are doing? Oh, so I guess everyone hears about us. Our faculty become famous. So Once again, my name is Khwan Lawasok. I'm a fourth year undergrad student at BAScii, and I'm also the former BAScii Student Council President. And today I'm gonna talk you through our faculty. So the first question is, what is BAScii? So BAScii is the program in the name of Bachelor of Art and Science in Integrated Innovation. So what we are learning here is mostly divided into two parts. The part about art, for example, about innovation, technology, and science, which we learn about sustainability and entrepreneurship. The reason why we founded this faculty, we might need to go back a little bit to the origin story. We all know that this world is rapidly changed, right? This is the graph about the technology that have been growing in the past decades. You can see that just only 200 years ago, we founded the printing technology. And YouTube, Facebook just came around the 90s. But then just 3 years ago, there's the origin of AI. And ChatGPT is introduced to us. And the world changing forever, right? You can see the graph is rapidly changed. And we all know this, that machine will obviously replace human. And this is the statistic from the World Economic Forum, saying that by 2025, machine will replace mostly about 71% of human work. So what we all know here is that change isn't coming, it's already here, and we cannot avoid it. But what is interesting is our education never changed. In the 90s, what we learn is we sit and we do lecture, right? We feel like, okay, this day we all have technology and stuff, but look at this picture. We're still learning from the same way. So how can we do the same thing to solve the different problems? So that's why BAScii is founded with the idea to equip the student to be ready for the future world. What element that the student needs to be able to cope with the future? So what BAScii founded is that we need to have the entrepreneurial mindset. It's going to be the key success for this rapid changing world. What is entrepreneurial mindset? It's the combination of this characteristic of the person who have resilience, vision, innovation, readiness, and willingness to take risks, and many more. And by having this entrepreneurial mindset, and another things that BAScii prepare the students, the long-term goal of BAScii student is to be a well-rounded global citizen. You can see here that is not just only normal or Thai citizen, right? But we need to be ready for the global and international world. And we are primed with the lifelong learning, because you can see that the things that you learn in the past 10 years may not be ready and enough for this changing world, right? So you need to have the skill to be ready to learn forever. And you also need to have the skill and literacy to be adaptable for the future changes. So in here, who should join BAScii or who should be interested in this program? In here, this is the type of the student that is going to be the best fit for BAScii. First, is some kind of student that interested into business world or technology and want to learn more about it and want to make some real business for this world. Next is someone who want to discover their potential, to see what they can do, to get to introduce to the new and interesting things. There is someone who really want to change the world or make the real impact. And lastly, someone who are into working in group project or working with people. You will see that this characteristic will make more sense when I explain more about our curriculum. So in here is like when you want to learn about business and technology, why BAScii is the best place to learn about it. In here, let me introduce you to Diep. Diep is a persona, just a person. He is high school student like you guys and wants to discover more about himself. And if he interested in BAScii, this is what he will get to do in BAScii in this next 4 years. The first, this is our curriculum. We call it the wisdom tree. You can see here at the very bottom that it's all based on entrepreneurial mindset that I just mentioned, right? And our key learning part is about the project-based learning and design thinking. And we're gonna use this project-based learning and design thinking in learning what? We are going to learn about the two core competences. The first is core technology, And next is called business. And with the general education and transdisciplinary, we will combine it together and learn about it. And we also going to have the semester abroad working in startup. And you can work in both business enterprise or social enterprise. And we're going to have the capstone project, which is the thesis that you're going to do on your 4th year. To make it, I'll break down it for you. So the first year, imagine Jeb is like freshman student, just get into BAScii, right? What he will get to do. So BAScii, we open for all faculty, for all program. You can graduate from art and science, from math and science, or even from language, from international school, from Thai school, from EP program. We can all join BAScii. And we have a very diverse background students and also international students from abroad. So in here, we need to lay down the foundation for everyone to be equal, right? First, we're going to have the AI boot camp, which is going to happen before the school open to equip the student with knowledge and understand and literacy about AI. And next, we're going to lay the foundation for you to know about these 4 topics. Literacy is when you know about it, you understand about it enough to explain it to people and know how to adapt it to the real world, right? First is going to be about AI literacy, math literacy, finance literacy, and language literacy. And you will get to introduce to Project Seed. Project Seed is the startup program that BAScii founded. In here, we're going to learn about it for 4 years, but it's going to be a class for you to explore what you want to do, what you want to learn, and what you want to change to this world. You go found out the problem that exists in the real world, you go understand more about it, and use the literacy that you learn from all the class to apply and make it to a startup or your own business. So next, when you're on your 2nd year, you can also join like more interesting activities that we have, clubs, performer clubs, sport clubs and stuff, and you will get to introduce to specialization. In here, BAScii, we have 4 specialization, but it's not a major, you don't need to choose it, but it's the research that the faculty did, that these are the trend that going on in the world. If the student have knowledge and skill about this area, they will be ready to improve and make some project about it. For example, AI and digital intelligence, right? It's coming. Health and well-being, smart city, sustainable development. In here, when you combine this specialization and the literacy that you learn from your year 1 and your Project Seed idea, now you can make your own product in your design build class. It's the next level of your Project Seed class, so you improve your idea and now make it into real products. And then on your 3rd year, when you have the idea, when you know how to do it, when you work on it, now is your time to sell this product in real world, right? So now you will have your product entrepreneurship class where you get to sell your product and commercialize what you have did in the past 2 years. And on your semester 2, we have the default program, and we require all the students to go exchange or have their semester abroad. And these are some of the list of the partner university that we have. I'm on my 4th year, so I did my semester abroad last year, right? I did my exchange semester at UC Berkeley. So I get to spend 1 semester there and learn like Berkeley student, learn how to make startups and learn about business and technology. And I can say it to you that is the life-changing experience. But we also have others partnership, for example, the NUS, National University of Singapore, where you get to do the internship in the real startup company at Singapore and also get paid. Or some students don't interested in those things. We also have other choices, for example, UAL at London, where you get to learn about art and fashion. Or we also have more partner at Australia, Tokyo, Japan, and many more universities. And next, when you come back, it's now on your 4th year. You have learned, you have all the literacy, and you have your own project, right? Now is your time to make it real and introduce the world about your project. So now you're going to do your capstone project. You can choose between continue doing your own project, or you're going to do internship in companies, or you're going to do some research for the faculty. And you can also get to do internship, and these internships are the partner of the faculty as well. For example, I did my internship at Siam Piwat. If you don't know about a company, it's the company that owns Siam Paragon, Siam Discovery, and Icon Siam, and many more, right? They are property developers. I did my internship in the role of sustainability initiatives project. So you can see that it's very broad. We don't need to just do about business development or just only technology, but because we learn about integrated innovation and we can apply almost everything that we learn. And as I mentioned to you before, that what we learn is lifelong experience and lifelong learning skill, right? So you can always get to learn about new things that you never know before. And the very big question is, if you join this program and this faculty, what can you do after graduate? So let's talk about the things that you will have first. So what will you have from learning at BAScii for 4 years? You will have the future proof because of all these skills that you get to learn. You have the core competence about business and technology from all the classes that you learn. So you get to learn finance, marketing, operation, digital transformation, everything like business people, right? And we get to learn coding and computer basic like technology students. So you will have all this core competence, and you will have the foundation knowledge of STEM, which we call STEAM. And then you have the global awareness because now you study with international people, you get to study abroad, right? And you will have the very important thing, which is the 21st century skill. As we see the world is rapidly changed, you also need to have this soft skill to become a future leader, to be ready for the next world. These skills are the soft skill that is very important. And then you will have the future literacy. And this is what you can do in the future. You can be the corporate analyst, the entrepreneur, innovation department, or you be global influencer or industry innovation. And this is the statistic from our graduate where they go for their company, right? They are in every firm, as you can see, in consultant, F&B, service provider by this example of the company. And if you're interested in this program and you want to discover more about us, what can you do? So to join, we have 4 admission terms, and 2 of them is for Thai student and another 2 is for international student. And you can see it from here that we have the early admission starting soon next month. And the latest submission is the international admission last round in March. And for the admission requirement, this is what we require. It's going to be in total of 100%. The first 50% is your test score. 20% is going to be from English score, which you can take IELTS, TOEFL, or Chula test. And the 30% is the mathematics score, which you can take it from SAT and many more. And 10% will be conducted by aptitude test, which is going to be conducted by the faculty. And the 20% is going to be your portfolio and interview. And another 20% is going to be the team spirit assessment. Here you can find more information on our website and also visit our booth to get to know more about what we're going to do in the aptitude test or this team spirit. And we also have the award and scholarship for the people that interested. We have the 4-year scholarship that is going to be funded by our faculty and our partner. And in each year and semester, we're going to have the award of the executive directorate, or we can also call it the academic award. And we are also going to have BAScii Ambassador Award for the people that intelligent in their field. For example, leadership, corporate, community service, sport, innovation, for example. And if you're interested about us and want to find more about us, you can, it's okay, but you can see from the small screen. You can contact us from the website and also our Facebook or our Instagram. The staff is very nice and friendly. If you have any question, feel free to ask them, and they are very happy to answer your question. So in here from today, many of you may be interested in our program, but some may not, and that is fine. At least I get to introduce you to our program, and I think it's going to be meaningful to you because now you already know how the world is changing and also the future of the learning experience, how it can be. So I hope you guys enjoy our presentation, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Kun Khor Kwan, for a very impressive presentation. So BAScii will be revolved around arts and science. Isn't that sound quite interesting, Meiji?
Of course, Kaimuk. With the entrepreneurial mindset, I am sure that everyone will gain a lot of insightful aspects within 4 years in Chula. And for more information, don't forget to check out csii.chula.
Okay, without any further ado, let's proceed to the next faculty, Faculty of Architecture, Communication Design, or CommDe. Please welcome Kun Nichali and Kun Surashada Wongsanit. Please give a big round of applause.
First question, can design change the world? I think yes, because design has already changed the world by the people who are here before us and the people who are here now.
I think design has created a huge impact to the world because design is like an international language wherever you are, you can understand it. CommDe, a communication design, is an international program under the Faculty of Architecture, Chulalongkorn University. Even so, we're not trained to be an architect. The program focuses on myriad fields of communication. What we actually learn here include communication from graphic design, illustration, moving image, time-based design, digital design, and more.
CommDe is a place where you turn your creative abilities into practical skills. First, they teach you how to think, and then they teach you how to do. CommDe is a creative playground that prepares you for the real battlefield.
I've experienced the diversity in multimedia use in communication design, which makes me a versatile artist. In decision-making situation, I'm able to see infinite possibility in conceptualization and technique to create pieces that resonate with my target audience.
From grasping a good fundamental design that is applied to all visual design and projects that is not only beautiful and visually aesthetic, but also kind of communicates a good message through good research and good analysis in design decisions.
Now I'm working as an independent film director. As a film director who didn't graduate from film school, it's an advantage that I'm able to understand all aspects of filmmaking, from styling, prop making, to post-production, because as a director, you have to be able to communicate with your team efficiently with what you want within the limited time given per job.
I'm about to start my full-time job as a visual UX UI designer at a consulting firm, but honestly, you can pursue so many different career options. You can almost take any subject that you learned in CommDe to become a professional career. You can even use all the knowledge from all subjects to build your own firm, your own company, because at the end of the day, design is in everything and everything has design in it.
Okay, so you've all seen a brief introduction on CommDe from our video, and now we're going to be talking more on our experience with CommDe. So hi, my name is Nietzsche Lee, or you can call me Chinny, and I'm a senior student here at CommDe.
Hi, I'm Palm. I just graduated last week. I'm an alumni of the CommDe, now working at a branding studio called The Head and the Heart Studio.
Okay, so first of all, we'll be talking about why CommDe. Why do we choose this particular faculty? So personally for me, growing up, I've always loved art. So when it came time for university, I knew that I wanted to kind of like pursue into design. But with design being such a wide field, I didn't know what to pursue. And that's where CommDe comes in. So CommDe is a place where they teach a variety of design, allowing me to be able to explore and also discover the path that truly suits me and I want to pursue.
So for me, I'm what they call a thing or fandom, as you can see. And my interest in K-pop was and what I sparked, not just by the idol, but also the concept of their visual design behind their albums. Something about the way they represent the concept inspired me and inspired me over time. And around Mathayom 3, I was introduced to learning about Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, and graphic designs. And that's when the real spark ignites. I realized that graphic and communication design was something I want to pursue as my career in the future. And after doing some research, I discovered that CommDe stood out from the rest of the design school because CommDe not just forget about the visual, but also about the creative concept and how to develop the concept, and also the process of thinking design.
So next, we'll be moving on to more about CommDe studies, a project-based study. So I would say that the studies at CommDe is a perfect blend of theory and hands-on practice. So our learning is very much project-based, which means that we get to apply what we learned into real-world scenarios, ensuring that we're not just observing knowledge, but also putting them into action. So the curriculum is actually incredibly diverse, covering everything from graphic design, UX, UI, typography, animation, prints, illustration, photography, and much more. So this allows us to be able to explore different fields within design and also develop a wide range of skills. So this gives us the flexibility to kind of like find what excites us and what we want to pursue.
CommDe taught me that everything is possible. If you want to do it, you find a way and do it. The program offers a lot of freedom for you to explore a lot of new form of media, new form of creatives, that they encourage you to find the most way that most effective to you, that you can like communicate your message through the work.
So next we'll be talking about our life experiences at CommDe. So life at CommDe has helped me gain both technical and also soft skills. So we've actually polished our technical skills such as like graphic design, UX, UI, typography. But personally, I think what sets CommDe different and apart from others is the focus on soft skills, the kind that you can't just get from textbook. So through exhibitions, internships, community projects, workshops, and even events like Bangkok Design Week, we've developed collaboration and also critical thinking skills. So these experiences actually have shaped not just us as a designer, but also as a communicator, teaching us to be able to take complex ideas and turn them into meaningful and impactful designs. So, along with the help of our wonderful peers and also wonderful professors.
So for me at CommDe, there's a lot of fun activity that makes studying here fun and meaningful, such as we go on a lot of field trips that we are observing, sketching, and also went to a lot of design events. And some may heard about the design week. We also participate in that, and also we get to organize a lot of exhibition for our own to push us to practice the real world situation and solve the real world problem. And also we had a lot of hand-on activity, and between each year, senior and junior, we have a lot of activity that we can get to know each other better.
So thank you for giving us an opportunity to share our life at CommDe, and we hope that you would kind of like want to join or not, but if you want to, you can visit more information at www.commde.com. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow, what an interesting video and also presentation from Kunisha and Surashada. Being able to have a creative playground in order to getting prepared for your real future career is something that CommDe has been offering for all the students. And I know they have been good at this, as you can see from their current NISITs and also their alumni.
And that, Meiji, I would agree that the presentation is very aesthetically pleased, just as expected from CommDe. So, CommDe's revolved around graphic design, visual design, animations, and many more. But all the designs are not just visually aesthetic, but functional as well, if you study here in CommDe.
That is right, Kaimuk. But I am sure that everyone is also getting excited for our another faculty, Faculty of Engineering, International School of Engineer, or is known as ISE. But Kaimuk, as you know that ISE is a very broad term of engineering, could you please tell us what's more programs that they offer?
Yes, of course, Meiji. There are 6 programs in total, which are Aerospace Engineering, or Aero, Automotive Design and Manufacturing Engineer, or ADME, Information and Communication Engineering, ICE, Nano Engineering, or Nano, Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Engineering, or Robotic AI, and last, Semiconductor Engineering, or SEMI.
That is a very interesting programs in all of them. But I'm sure that everyone is getting ready now. So please welcome Assistant Professor Pimpon Ponpet up on the stage.
All right. Good morning, all our honorable guests, the parents, students. So I'm here as a rep for the International School of Engineering. So under the International School of Engineering, essentially we have 6 programs, and the new one to join us this year is the Semiconductor Engineering, and I'll tell you in more detail later. But all the programs under the International School of Engineering, we are multidisciplinary engineering. So in each of the programs, you will get to learn several aspects of engineering. So first, let's start with nano engineering. So what's nano engineering? You can think of nano engineering as the advanced material engineering. So if we talk about nano engineering, it's essentially in every aspect of our life. For example, the clothing, technology, cosmetic, computer, vaccines. As you can see on the slides, it's in agriculture. It's essentially in as many things as you can imagine. Advanced material or nano engineering, it's an important part of it. So for the nano engineering, you get to engineer the material or the particles in the nano scale. So if you work with the material in the nano scale, you can actually design or engineer its property in such a way that you want it to behave or act. Okay. So for the nano engineering, you will get to learn material engineering, chemical engineering, biomedical engineering, and electrical engineering. Okay, so for the next one, aerospace engineering. So for the aerospace engineering, you will learn to design, construct, and also the maintenance of all the aircraft. So when I'm talking about the aircraft, you can think of drone, as maybe it's one of the smallest aircraft that we get to work with, or the commercial aircraft, and also the rocket. So for the aerospace engineering, we'll also get to learn, the rocketry, how to design and build the rockets, and also the satellites. And so if you're talking about drones, commercial airplanes, or rockets, a lot of them are moving towards the autonomous aircraft. So you'll get to learn how to design aircraft that can fly, by itself, or can, having the maneuver, automatically. So for the aerospace engineering, you will get to learn mechanical engineering, electrical, and also the material engineering. Okay. For the next one, ICE, this one is one of the most popular program under ISC. So for the ICE, what is it? You know, in the full name, it's the Information Communication Engineering. So for the ICE, Information Communication Engineering, what you get to learn? You will learn computer engineering, the data science, you know, data intelligent technology, data communication or the telecommunication and industrial engineering, you know, the industrial aspects, you know, of the computer engineering. So for the ICE, you will get to learn computer coding, you know, for game design or building application, mobile application, and also the data science, you know. And one thing that you probably, you know, didn't imagine, you know, from the ICE program is in the design of the vaccine. So, you know, with the knowledge from the design, data science from the ICE, with the nano engineering, you know, for the development of the advanced sensor, you know, altogether can, you know, help invent a new vaccine. For example, during the COVID time, we get to have the vaccine very fast, you know, with the help from the data science technology and also the nano or advanced material and technology. Okay, and the next one is the robotics and AI engineering. So for the robotics engineer and AI engineering, for this program, you will get to do a lot of projects, you know, in building your own robots, you know, since the first year that you enter the program. So for the robotics and AI engineering, you will get to learn, you know, the mechanical aspects of building a robot, you know, how to make it stable, how to make it, you know, maneuver in the very rough or difficult terrain, you know, for example, on the moons or on the Mars, you know, or on like the, you know, difficult ground to move around. So you will learn the mechanical aspects, you know, that make your robot stable, you know, when it moves, and also you will learn the AI, you know, technology in order to control your robot, you know, in such a way that you want it to have the function. Okay. So for this program, you know, since the first year that you enter the robotics and AI engineering, you will get to you know, start your project, you know, since the first year. So, you know, by the time of your graduation, or the fourth year, you should be able to build your own robots, you know. So when I'm talking about building your own robot, you know, this is from the design, you know, from the, let's say, you know, like the empty blank paper, you know, and then the design, the construction, you know, of it, and also to control it, okay? So, and this, you see on the slide are the examples of the type of robots that our students get to build. So, you know, it could be medical, healthcare, you know, the robot for the healthcare or the elderly, you know, in the home using. Okay, and the next one, the automotive design and manufacturing engineering, or ADME, you know. In the name, you will see, you know, there's a dash V. So it's addition to the program. So, you know, beside the automotive design, construction, manufacturing, you will get to learn the electric vehicle, also, you know, how to design, how to construct, and also how to maintain the electric vehicle. So for the for the ADME or ADME V, you'll get to learn mechanical engineering, the industrial engineering, and also electrical engineering. So for the ADME program, you will learn to design, right, and construct, and also control and maintain your vehicle. So in the sense of controlling your vehicle, for example, you know, how to make it move automatically, or the autonomous vehicle, and also the connected vehicle. So what's the connected vehicle? So you might, you know, have experience using the devices to communicate, you know, with the vehicle. You know, so to build the vehicle that can communicate with the devices or with the driver, so that would be for the connected vehicle. So you'll get to learn, also the connected vehicle. And also, under our collaboration with the Erasmus program, we have the autonomous center at our own facility, to help you learn about the design of the vehicle and also the connected vehicle. Okay, and this one is our newest member. So under the collaboration with the Electrical Engineering Department and the ISE, or the International School of Engineering, we launched just this year, the first year, our new program is the semiconductor engineering. So for the semiconductor engineering, you will get to learn, how to build, how to maintain, how to build, how to design the semiconductor. So what's a semiconductor, why is it so important, and why, we have to launch a new program for the semiconductor. So as you all know, today the AI technology is growing very fast, right? And also the electronic devices, computer, cell phone. So all of those, one of the key factor, to make those operate, faster or smarter is the semiconductor. Okay, so this one is a very growing, very fast, today. So the job market is really huge. So for the semiconductor, you will learn, the design of the integrated circuits, and the circuits or the parts that will be, the key component for the AI technology, and also, for example, here the chips, in the EV. Okay. So if you want to learn more about the 6 program that we have under the ISE, you can scan at our QR codes, and you will see the information beyond the introduction or introductory description that I explained to you here. So if you scan to the website, you will learn about the program description, of the 6 program in detail, and also, if you want to know what you learn, once you enter each of this program, what you will learn in the first semester, second semester, or for the whole 4 years, you can find out, at our website, and also information about the admission, other updates and news about the program. Okay, so now, if you are interested in any of the program that I just mentioned, how would you prepare, to enter the program? Okay, so here's the timeline. We have 2 rounds of admission. The first round is the early admission and the regular admission, the admission round. So for the early admission this year, we will admit, or we will have the admission for the 5 original program, except the semiconductor program for the early admission round. But for the regular admission, it will be the admission for all the 6 programs, including the semiconductor. Okay, so for the early admission, the timelines is around November to December. So let's stay tuned for the fixed, the specific date. But it's around mid-November to the Christmas time. Okay, for the early admission, and for the admission round, it's about February to March. So this timeline is for the Thai students, but for the international student, let's say you have other passports, beside the Thai passport, you can also apply for the international student round. But, you can apply, only either one at a time, okay? So for the international students, the early admission will be around Christmas time to around mid-February. And for the regular admission round, it would be around mid-March until mid-May. So for the international students, for the both round, you will accept for all the 6 programs. So for the early admission international student, that will also include the admission for the semiconductor engineering. Okay, so what are the options for the application? So we have two options for the application. The test score option for the 6 program, including the semiconductor. So for the test score option, you'll have to take the standard test and submit your score. And another option is the portfolio option. So if you've done a lot of activities during the high school, you can maybe consider applying, via the portfolio option. But for the semiconductor, for the first year that is launched, it will only be the test score option, okay, not yet for the portfolio option. Maybe in the next year, we'll stay tuned. Okay, so for the test score option, what are the scores that we accept? So here on the screen, you can see the list of the scores. So the main 3 category, for the score that we require would be the English proficiency, science, and math. And under each of the category, you can submit, one of, at least one of the standard tests you see on the screen. So anyone, that you feel favored in taking, you can submit anyone. We will have the way, use the statistical and data science in order to make all of them, a fair judgment. Okay. So, and also, for the detail, you can check out our website. You will see, the new standard test that we accept. For example, Gaokao. So we never accept Gaokao before, but last year and also this year, we accept the score, the Gaokao score. And for the portfolio option, how can you prepare yourself, for the portfolio option? So here are the 5 criteria that we look, in the applicant, the quality that we look for from the applicants. Okay, so the math and science proficiency, problem solving, the motivation, self-learning, lifelong learning, and the initiation, creativity, and teamwork. So for the 5 category, for the 5 criteria, you also be tested during the interview. So we will have the interview, for the admission. The interview will be for both the test score option and also the portfolio option. But for the test score option, the interview will not count, at the score, but it would be the interview to test you, whether or not you're ready for the college life, which require, individual or self-drive learning a lot, and courses will be more intense. So the interview for the test score option will test you whether or not you're ready for the college life. But the interview for the portfolio option will be a long interview, for example, half an hour at least. So the interview for the portfolio option will count, a big percent in the admission requirement. So the committee or the committee will, when they test you or when they interview you, they will look for these 5 quality, if you have them or not. So besides submitting your portfolio electronically, you also be tested, in person, for all the 5 quality. Okay, so here I'm going to give you a little bit of tips, on how to prepare for the interview. So for the interview, maybe we will throw you a big question for you to think of the solution. So if you can explain the procedure or steps toward your solution, systematically, or use engineering logic, then you will score, you will get a good score. And also, some of the question maybe is not, there's no one solution. It can be several solutions to one question. So we will see, if you have, the critical analysis in proposing the best solution or in foreseeing the impacts, whether it's positive or negative impact, or the stakeholders of each of the solution, and what would be the best solution that you would propose and why. Okay, so we will test if you have critical thinking and the thorough thinking in your answer. Okay, and for the teamwork, initiation and creativity. So, getting good grades, being a very good student in the class is not the only qualities that can lead you to the success in your career. So you need to know how to work in team. So if you can work in team, or if you have any experiences working in team, you can, use it as part of the portfolio. Okay, and for the teamwork, we will see, if your team involved in any projects that have impact, that have a positive impact to your community. If you ever faces any challenges, then that would be your solution for the team. So within that solution or in the project, we can see, whether or not you have the initiation in the role as a team member, and also the creativity, in the solution for the team project. Okay. All right, so for the tuition, okay, so we have the best tuition 2,500, so this is the same for all the Chula students, and also the program fee for the international program. So totally for the Thai students, it will be about 100,000 per semester, and for the international student, it would be about 160,000 per semester. And we do offer several scholarships, by offering several scholarships, what would be the judgment? So, for example, for the total of the students from the 4 years, of our students, so we have about maybe 1,000 students for right now the 5 program, and we offer scholarship about 100 students, for each year. So that's quite a big number for the scholarship. So we have 2 types of scholarship, the academic excellence and the financial crisis. So for the financial crisis, it would be, you can apply, after the 2nd year and onward, but not the 1st year. But for the academic excellence scholarship, that can be offered, for all the 4 years. So for the 1st year, the academic excellence scholarship will be granted based on your performance during the admission. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, no worries about the tuition, because the opportunity for the scholarship is high. Okay. Okay, so beside the intensive coursework that we have to offer to all of you, we have the facility, that help prepare you, to become a successful engineering, in the global level. So, we have the international hubs, to provide you the services, for visa application if you want to go do internship abroad, or go for the abroad study or the exchange program. And also, if you have any question about the registration or the meeting, a quick meeting with your advisor, you can meet at the international hub. Okay. And also co-working spaces. Since, engineering student, you get involved with a lot of projects, so you need, space, for brainstorming, working together with your friends. So we have that, several of the co-working spaces to provide for our students. And also, the instruments in the lab. So, we are fully equipped with sophisticated instruments, for all the 5 programs, and including our new program, the semiconductor. So, if talking about the instruments that we have for the students, it's beyond the undergrad level. So our students can use the instruments, for the graduate level or even beyond that. So that's why, we have the students from the undergrad level who can will get involved in researching and can publish, their work in top tier of the scientific journal, in the global level. Okay, example of the instruments in the nano dry lab, okay, or the aerospace engineering. Okay, the ADME and AI. So what you see on the screen is part of the the student work, at a student project. Okay. And so not only the facility, and the coursework, the community that we have, since our students or your fellow classmates, they are very active and, very having bright future, engineer. So you will, work, or you will learn together and also work together with, future global engineering, who are very striving for the success, always, ready for the new challenges. So that's why, our students get to compete, in several competitions in the international level and won several awards. Okay, so this is an example of the activity of the students at ISE. So, this one is from the research study, from our student, the research project. So they get to do the research and then publish the results or present the results to the community, in the international level. Okay, or clubs, talking about the clubs. So at ISE, we have several clubs or projects for you to join, essentially for all the 6 programs. So this one is an example of a very successful club under ISE. So this club is CU Heart. So this club is actually formed or founded by second-year students, so only a few years, ahead of you. So from the second-year student, they initiated this club, and since the first year, of the club, since the very first year that they found the club, they got to compete in the international level and won the awards, from their very first competition. So what do they do in the club? They design and build the rockets. And every year they aim for the more challenging task or performance of the rocket. So, they still, keep, going and join, the international competition every year since the first year that they found the club. So this one is the work, from the club. So if you're interested, in joining. So for the club, even though it's founded by the aerospace engineering, but the team member, the club member are from all of the, several programs of engineering, for example, CHPE or the chemical process engineering. Students also join the club, because in building the rockets, sometimes you want to put the biosensor in your rocket, to sample some component, in the high altitude level. So in building the biosensor, you need several expertise. So, for each of the club, then you will get to work with the engineering student from several backgrounds. Okay, so this one is also the invention of our students. There is the project they submit for the competition arranged by NASA, how to build a food system for the astronauts. Okay, or for the robotics AI and engineering students. So there would be a competition that they compete, they send the robot to compete every year, for example, the RoboCop at home. So what's about the RoboCop at home? In this competition, you build the robot, for the home services. What would be the home services included in the competition? For example, build a robot to help host your guest or to help take care of the elders in your family. Okay, and this would be the robots from our students, second-year students. So during the COVID time, they help build the robots to help the physician and also the healthcare worker in taking care of the COVID patient. For the nano engineering students, so the characteristic or the character of our nano engineering student, they like to get involved in researching. So from the nano engineering student, you will get to see their findings, new interesting finding. For example, this one, It's the biosensor for the diabetes. So with their invention, you can detect the diabetes, painless detection. So you need no needle, to pinch on your finger, but to use your breath, to breathe on the sensor, and then, we can tell about the diabetes of a person. Okay, or the ADME students. So for the ADME students, we also have a club, and for this club, you get to design and build the EV formula car, or the formula car that run on the electricity. So you build it from scratch, and then send it for the competition, drive it for the competition. And here's the collaboration with the Erasmus program, for the driving lab, the center for the ADME. So for this lab, you get to work with instruments, that help you in design and constructing the car, the autonomous car, and also the connected vehicles. Okay, so now let's see our students. So after the graduation, where do they go? Or how are they doing? So this one example of our students, BAScii. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So it's an application. So for BAScii application, our alumni, they work on it since the time that they are a current student, that they were a current student at Chula or at ISE. So at the time, it started with the application to track Chula Pop Bus, but now it's growing. So it's cover the tracking of the buses, all the buses, and also the boats, in Bangkok, and actually also in other countries, several of other countries in Asia. So they got selected, to be on the Forbes magazine, so that would be like 30, under 30 Forbes magazine. So they will select the top 30 successful entrepreneurs in Asia, with the age of under 30 years old. So they got, selected to be featured in that magazine. Or other activity, extracurricular that involve businesses. So our engineering students, they like to get involved in business. So, they arrange the case competition. Okay, so the case competition that gets the question or the case work from the companies, and they would use the engineering solution, to help solve the case problem. Okay, and for the other graduates, from ISE, what else do they do? So here's the example of the startup company from our students. So because of the curriculum and also the project that they get to involve during the time that are with us, they would have the mindsets, of being an entrepreneur, and also, all the project that help them prepare to be a successful entrepreneur after they're graduating. Okay, and this one is another example of the startup company by our students. Okay, so this one is the electric vehicle from the Edison motor. Okay, the BAScii. Okay, and also the mobile application for the mechanical checkup, of the car, example. Okay. And beside the entrepreneurship or the startup company, our students, some of them will continue, in the graduate level study or in the industry. So here is the example of the statistic of the future of our graduates. So, they join in several well-known universities around the world, and also the big company around the world, besides being an entrepreneur to start the new company. Okay. Okay, and for the diversity, international collaboration at ISE. So we have an exchange program, for our students to go abroad or to welcome international students to study with us or with our students. And because, Chula and also the Faculty of Engineering, we have several partnerships, with other companies around the world. So our students will get the benefits, extra benefit, By the extra benefits, what I mean by the extra benefits is that if our students want to study abroad at one of our partner university, they don't have to pay the international rate tuition, but they pay the Chulalongkorn or the ISE rate tuition. For example, Dartmouth, and an Ivy League university in the US. If you go to study at Dartmouth, so the tuition each year will be, like million Thai baht. But, because Dartmouth is our partner university, so if you join the exchange program and go to study at Dartmouth, you pay, our tuition, in like 100,000 for Thai student, but then, you get to study at Dartmouth, so you save a lot of money, because of that benefits, So in terms of welcoming the diversity at our program and also welcoming the students from other countries, so each semester, we have, this one is like each year, but actually now after COVID, each semester we have close to 100 international students to join our students in the classroom. Okay, and also our students, who go abroad, to join the student at our partner university. And for our students who go abroad for the exchange program, and also who go abroad for the internship program. We have several students who go abroad for the internship program. So all of our students will get the scholarship, 30,000 baht for each one of our students to spend on their airfare or on the visa application, in going abroad for the exchange program or for the internship. Okay, so here's the example of, besides the exchange student, we also have several of, full-time, for example, like the full program students, the international students who are with us for the whole 4 year of the program. So the number is increasing every year, So for example, just the past year, we have about 20 new international students to join us, and this number is increasing every year. So that would ensure the diversity, in our student community, and that would be the advantage for our students, in working together with students from several backgrounds, several cultures. And that would help them, work better, as a global engineer in the future after the graduation. Okay, so yeah, several of the international students, and they all, very talented, students and very active students. So here their story. If you want to learn more about the stories of our international students, you can check out our website and also our Facebook. Okay. Again, if you want to learn more about our 6th program at ISE, this is the same QR code actually as I shown previously. So it will lead you to the same link. Okay. So, if you want to learn more details about admission and whatnot, and if you want to ask us questions, you can contact us or follow our updates at Facebook, Line ads, Instagram, or send out an email, or you can, you are welcome to walk in. We are here to help you. Okay, and our open house. So specifically for the students who are interested in engineering, we will have ISE open house on during the early November. So please stay tuned for the details, from our Facebook or our website. The details will be launched soon. And also this Saturday, the October the 19th, we also have TCAS events, to help prepare you for the TCAS. at the Faculty of Engineering, on November 19th. So if you're interested, I think the registration is closed already because we have quite a lot of parents and students who are interested. But you are welcome to walk in. So the event will start, since the morning of the October 19th at the Faculty of Engineering. So you can go to the main auditorium, the Faculty of Engineering. If you're not sure where that is, maybe on the 19th, when you come, you will see a lot of people. Maybe at least one of them can take you to the auditorium for the Faculty of Engineering. Okay, and again, for the ISE Open House, I would like to cordially invite you all and hope to see you during our open house on the 2nd of November. Okay, so thank you and hope you enjoy your day at Chulalongkorn University today.
Thank you, Assistant Professor Pimpon Ponpe, for such informative introduction. But everyone, before anything else, there is a last clear bag. The owner can get it in the staff room on your left-hand side facing the stage.
And moreover, I would like to encourage everyone to sit next to each other on the vacant seat so that every guest can have a space to join us for today's event as well. And moreover, you are more than welcome to check out the second floor, as I am sure that there are a lot more space for you guys who joined us for today.
Okay, so Meiji, which program do you like to get in the most in ISE? For me, it would definitely be aerospace engineering. I mean, getting to work with rockets and planes seems very interesting to me. Just imagine us building a rocket.
Oh my God, that sounds so romantic actually. But Kaimuk, I would like that it is so hard to say that it is hard to pick for me because ISE has offered a lot of programs. But if I would say, I'd say that robotics and AI really caught my eyes, especially in nowadays, technology is becoming something for us today.
Yes.
And also when we talk about ISE, it is just a broad term. But today, Chulalongkorn International Program, ISE, have shown us that there are a lot more for you guys to discover. If you guys need information, I would say that please check out ise.chula in social media.
All right, now let's moving on to the next faculty, the Faculty of Psychology. Joint International Psychological Program. JIP, please welcome คุณเจ้าพระยานิรวัน and คุณธนพรทรนิพพานิช
Please welcome.
Hello everyone and welcome to the introduction to our faculty today, the Joint International Psychology Program from Chulalongkorn University and the University of Queensland. So I'm Mammoth from JIP 14.
I'm Pearl from JIP 14.
And today we're going to talk about what psychology is and how might psychology fit into your interest, and if you're interested in psychology or our faculty, how can you apply to JIP? So first, let's talk about what psychology is. Psychology is a study of the mind and the behavior, but this is just a general definition. And the common misconception about psychology is that it deals with mental illnesses and mental health and treating mental problems only. But as high school students or as students, most of us have faced anxiety before exams, or maybe you're trying to form new habits, or you're trying to form new memories. Psychologists may have the answers for these too. And like I said, this definition of psychology is the study of the mind and the behavior, but the scope of focus for psychology goes well beyond just that. Let's take a look at some of the example of more specific scopes of psychology. For example, we have developmental psychology, which focuses on how infants develop through to late adulthood. It might answer the questions of how our morals are formed, how habits are formed, or how parent affects the growth of infants through to adulthood.
There's social psychology, which not only dives into the structure of society itself, but also on the individual person in the context of society and how that affects them.
Cognitive psychology focuses on the mental processes such as memory, decision makings, and problem solving. It might try to answer the questions of how we form new memories, how we make decisions in certain situations, or how we solve different cognitive problems.
And of course, there's clinical psychology, which I think is the thing that people typically think of when they hear the word psychology. So that entails, mental health and patient care and client care.
And these are just the 4 scopes of psychologies that we introduced to you guys, but the scope of psychology goes well beyond just this. We have business psychology, IO psychology, biopsychology, neuropsychology, or even sports psychology if you're interested in further studies. Right, so we've talked about what psychology is and how it might fit into your interests. Now let's talk about why our faculty, the Joint International Psychology Program, might fit into your interest. So we'll talk about the academic side and we'll talk about the student life side. So what makes this unique? JIP is the only dual psychology program in Thailand that allows students to gain psychological knowledge at an international perspective. So let's look into that in more detail. During their time in Chulalongkorn University, students will be able to gain a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology, while when they attend the University of Queensland, they'll be able to earn a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology, allowing them to gain an international perspective of psychology. So in detail, students in year 1 and year 2 will study in Chula, and they will focus on the fundamental aspects of psychology and learn general courses and different focuses of psychology to gain a fundamental knowledge to be able to apply to University of Queensland, which they will study from year 3 to the first semester of year 4, where they can apply researching skills into great use and also apply their fundamental knowledge into more specific fields. Finally, students will come back to Chulalongkorn University for the second semester of their 4th year to finish their studies and finish their research project. So in total, that totals to 5 semesters in Chulalongkorn University and 3 semesters in the University of Queensland.
I have a question, Mehmet. If I want to do an exchange year like other people in different faculties, would I be able to do that?
Unfortunately, students will not have the opportunities to do an exchange because here, students will be required to complete the fundamental psychology courses in year 1 and year 2 to be able to go abroad and study in the University of Queensland, which our programs are structured and have structured courses where each student needs to follow. And these are the core courses that our faculty provides, and students will have the opportunities to gain much psychological knowledge from us. Now, let's talk about the student life aspect of JIP students. If I have to describe the student life of JIP in one word, the one word would be empathy. Why, you ask? Empathy, because of the course content that we learn and because all the faculty members are involved in psychology, many people are able to develop the skills of empathy. Because our contents are involved around psychology, people are able to apply empathy knowledge. Because university lives are a bunch of up and downs, you're in need of support. So one of the examples of empathy from our faculty of psychology is the Psychological Wellness Center, where students can gain a free counseling service at the Wellness Center, where they can discuss about different problems such as social problems, anxiety problems before exams, or they can, if they want to improve about their daily lives, they can also come and talk to our fellow counselors at the Psychological Wellness Center.
Okay, so not only does our faculty support us academically, but it also supports us with opportunities for extracurricular activities, such as the faculty events and faculty clubs to create a sense of community within our faculty, both in the international program and the Thai program. But we also have super curriculars where we can hone our soft and hard skills outside of the classroom. Now, if you pursue a career in psychology, if you pursue an undergraduate degree in psychology, where can you go after? So here are just a few examples of some options that you have. You could go to the typical career paths where the things that people usually think of. So psychology, psychologist, psychiatrist, and things like that around patient care and healthcare, like I said in the beginning. Or you could go into business and go into consulting, industrial organization, marketing, things such as that. Or you could stay in academia because psychology is still a developing field. There's things that we still don't know about the human mind. So you could stay in the academia and figure out things through research and become a professor. Or you could do things that are maybe less typical and maybe more niche, but still in the field of psychology, just maybe outside the typical things that people would associate psychology with. So, when do you apply? If you are a Thai citizen, you have 2 rounds, the early admissions round, which is in November to December, and the regular admissions round in February and March. But if you are an international student with an international passport, you have 2 rounds as well, one in December to February, and then another in February, the second one in March to May. If you want any more details or a step-by-step guide on how to apply and everywhere that you need to send your scores to, you can check out our website right here. We have a step-by-step guide on there, or you can ask one of our students at the booth today. So, what do you need to apply? There are 2 tracks. There's track A, which is you can choose between IB or AP. So first you would have to submit your high school transcript, that's 1. And 2, you can choose between your IB scores or your AP scores with your SAT scores with a minimum of 1,100 total overall. Or if your school does not offer AP or IB, then you could take track B, where you can choose between your English proficiency score, so that's the IELTS typically, which is a minimum of 6.5, or your academic aptitude test, which usually is the SATs, like I said, a minimum of 1,100. But say you got the minimum requirements, what are your actual chances of getting in compared to 100 other applicants? So this is a breakdown of the scores that our accepted applicants got within the last 5 years. So I would say that if you're above the average, you have a higher chance of getting in. And even though the test scores are very weighted and are a lot of the selection criteria, we also have interview scores that is worth the same amount of scores as your English proficiency test. So I recommend that you just have a solid reason as to why you want to choose psychology as a subject and also as JIP as a faculty.
So I have a question. So if I am a Thai citizen with a dual passport, can I also apply for an international round?
Yes, you can, but if you get into the international round, you have to pay the international student fee.
All right, now let's talk about the financial commitment required for Chulalongkorn University first. So we've separated out into the estimated cost per semester at Chula, and on the right we can see the estimated total tuition that goes to Chulalongkorn University. The difference here is between the Thai citizens and the non-Thai citizens is that the university fees are different. So for the Thai citizens, it costs at an estimate of 26,500 Thai baht per semester, while the non-Thai citizens cost 82,700 Thai baht per semester. But keeping in mind that while students attend the University of Queensland for 3 semesters, they would still have to pay the university tuition fees. But the program fee will be converted to the tuition that they pay in the University of Queensland. Now, let's look at the expenses at the University of Queensland. So first, on the left is the estimated cost per semester at the University of Queensland, and on the right is the total that we've summed up for everyone. So keeping in mind the living cost and the tuition cost, these are the estimated price that would cost in the University of Queensland for 3 semesters. All right, if anyone has any more information required or any more questions, you can go to the booth at Salapakio to ask more information to our fellow students, or here are the contact information if you want to contact the JIP office. And thank you everyone for attending the introduction to our faculty.
Wow, what a delightful presentation from Kun Chao Praya and Kun Thanaporn, two representatives from JIP. The study of mind and behavior, Kaimuk, that sounds really fun to begin with, especially with various courses that JIP offers towards the study, such as developmental, social, cognitive psychology, and countless more.
I say this is something that's very new. Feels like coming straight out of the book, right, Meiji?
That is correct.
Psychology science, isn't that sounds very impressive? Moreover, you get to study at the University of Queensland during your 3rd year. That's very interesting, isn't it?
Right? I heard that the student will also get 2 bachelor's degrees from both prestigious universities. Isn't that cool? But now it is time to proceed to our next Chula intro program. So please give a big round of applause to Dr. Titi Sutiyut from the Faculty of Science.
We are Science Chula. Because we believe that science is the origin of everything. The knowledge that makes us understand our world. The knowledge that let us see the fabric of reality. Creating the change and innovations that make this world a better place. Science Chula. Because we think based upon the fundamentals from all disciplines of science, utilizing the scientific method and inquiring process in search of the answer. Science Chula. With our departments and programs that are meticulously crafted for in-depth learning, produce scientists of high quality, expertise, and potential. Encouraging personal growth and continuous development to unlock the new possibilities. Fostering the young sprouts to grow into a large tree, branching out into new twigs and becoming the future leaders in the society. Science Chula. So we make sure to fill this place with transformative power, creating a vibrant learning environment, generating inspiration, building a vault of people's knowledge, and developing the innovations and technologies that will create values and define meanings of science in order to lead the world, propel the future, and initiate the change to improve the quality of our lives and make this world a better place to live in. We are Science Chula, the Faculty of Science, Chulalongkorn University.
So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Titi Sutiyut, and I'm going to be representative of Faculty of Science for today. And my job is to convince you that our faculty is the best faculty. Okay. So, can you move to the another file? This is not what I expected to see. So. Briefly, today I'm going to talk about 3 things, okay? So I'll go up to the top. 3 things that I'm going to talk today. First is about the programs. Next, which is the places. And then lastly, going to talk about people in our faculty, right? So our faculty offers 3 programs. First is BSAC, that offers Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. The second one is my favorite one, BBTech, that offers Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology. And then lastly, BISTech, our brand new program that offers Bachelor of Science in Industrial Science and Technology, right? Let's take a look at our faculty. So this is my favorite place. On the left hand, that is CU Science Space. It's a co-living space that students can, enjoy their time reading books. There's a lounge there. It's a really big room, so I cannot take a picture of that, like everything. And inside this CU Science Space, there's my favorite place of faculty is a Terracotta. It's a coffee shop. In here is the face of the owner, which is also our alumni as well, right? So the coffee is nice, affordable, and then has the co-living space next to it. On second floor is a library, so it's my cozy place when I was a student. But besides great co-living space and great coffee shop, our faculty has the honor to host the Museum of Natural History. And this is really amazing place because it is the only place that allow us to learn from the past, right? We have many collections, fossils, animal, that even they're extincted, we can see it in here, right? So many cool stuff, you can go there, even you're not studying here as well. I think they're open for visitors if you contact them first. We will be more than happy to take you for a tour. Next is my favorite place, is CU Living Plant Museum. CU Living Plant Museum inside this glass house is really photogenic. So if you're looking for a spot for the Instagram, this is the place. Beautiful flowers. Besides that, in here, we try to include plants that adapted to all environment, which means that we have plants that adapted to the drought stress, plants that live next by or nearby the waterfall, plants in tropical zone, and even some rare plants that you can find it only in here, right? So really cool place, you should visit it, right? And next, my favorite part of today, which is people. So our faculty have amazing stuff. For example, the first one is Dr. Thavivat Sombun Panyakul. He's just MIT graduate. In addition to that, his work is, simple. He just discovered a new galaxy. And this right here is the guy that teaches you physics in our faculty. So I don't think that any faculty today can beat us in terms of the people, right? Next is Dr. Kan Imwattana. Again, he's just a scientist who traveled around the world to study these sphagnum moss and other plants. And these are the plants that act as a carbon reservoir for our peatland and really important for our ecosystem. And he just, teaching biology for you. So, simple, right? For our faculty, so humble. And this is Dr. Sithinon Jirakitikansakul. He's just, study the concept of infinity and doing all of other theoretical work that I don't understand because it's too math. But he's just the guy that teach you calculus and other math class. So in terms of education, I don't think that none of other faculty will top us, And besides great academic teaching, we also have staff that have many inventions. For example, Ajahn Rodrit right here has so many patents and inventions, nanoparticles, all the cosmetics. And this is his most recent work on the cleaning spray, which is greener to our environment. Besides that, we have the technology that also transformed this country. This is the work by Dr. Chitta Phewphukiao. She works with mycorrhiza. So her work is that she figured out the way for using the mycorrhiza for forest restoration, right? Which is really impactful. And in addition to that, we have some professor working in rice genomics and genetics, right? This is Professor Dr. Supatita Chachawan. She works on rice genome and do it for breeding. So we got novel traits for rice. So in coming years, we're gonna see rice with much better starch quality for us all. So today, I hope that, as a representative of the faculty, I can show you that in here, we have limitless possibilities. Whether you want to be the innovator, whether you want to work as an entrepreneur, we have the programs that contribute and then offer the success for you, right? And in addition to being the representative of the faculty, I also the representative of BBTech as well, the program in biotechnology, which I will talk a little bit about that in details. So biotechnology is the trend of this century. If you go in YouTube and you search biotechnology, you're gonna see Ken Nakarin from Secret Sauce do a lot of interview for biotechnology sector. We're gonna talk about many inventions out there. So this is the best time in the world to study biotechnology. So our program, which is interdisciplinary programs, offers so many subjects that related to biotechnologies, from biochemistry to microbiology. We have so many electives. So in our programs, you will see that we have total 125 credits, but most of that is elective courses that allows you to select your specialization. On first year, you're gonna come and learn basic science. And then on second year, you study about biotechnology fundamentals. And then third year, you go through tons of elective courses. And then you go through training. And then on fourth year, we have integrative science project that allows you to take the knowledge in biotechnologies and come to the community and go solve real world problem. And here, this is an example of our elective classes. So we have biological sequence analysis, trends in biotechnology, processing in food and biotechnologies. So these are just few examples. We also have management organization as well and marketing in case you want to do something like technopreneurship, where you transform using the technologies and then go out there and then start your own business. And these are small elective classes. As you can see that our programs take 7 departments all together to create this one. So we have animal biotechnology, bioinformatics, which is really important for the science right now in the omics era, where everything got sequenced. It's all about computer, many digitalization, right? We have environmental biotechnologies, in case you want to study about environment and then want to solve environmental problems. We have biotech management, food biotechnologies, and many more. All of this information will be available to you through the website. So we have many students out there. So across the world, we have students from China, Myanmar, South Korea, so many exchange students. The number is actually higher than this. So this slide is not really up to date. But the point is, our program is well known in the world class. Many of our graduates go study abroad or even work abroad. And in addition to that, if you want to take a look at the information, you can visit our booth at Sala Pakio or just type BBTech into the Google. The first link that pops up is our website, right? But even though I speak so much about these programs, it might not be a good representative of the program compared to having an actual student come and then talk about the program, right? So please welcome Ms. Tayida on the stage. We'll do a little bit of interview, to take the pressure out of me into her instead. Right? Well, Ms. Taida, can you briefly introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Taida Panich and I'm currently studying as a fourth year student at the bachelor's degree of Biotechnology, and I'm also the BBTech Student Council President, so I'm a representative of the BBTech student body.
Wow. So Taida, so as you mentioned that you are representative of the student council, so can you briefly tell us what you do as a council?
So we work for the student body, and mainly it's hosting events. So one event that we had was a CSR trip, and this was our opportunity to kind of give back to the community, and we went to teach students, underprivileged students, about science information that we learned from our program.
So what's your favorite part of being student in BBTech program, academic wise? I don't want to hear about non-academic stuff that's going on.
Okay, so one of my favorite class is kind of cliched, but is the classes, definitely. So one class I took which really stood out to me was called genetic engineering class. So in this class we got to do labs that were related to genetic engineering, which is a new field in science, and through this we got to use new innovative technologies, new machines, and we got to learn with professors that were really well versed in their field. So I think I was able to gain a lot of information from that.
Yeah, and genetic engineering is really important right nowadays. Yes. A lot of genetic engineering stuff gonna come through the market, and you'll see it more often. So besides the class that you like, what about learning experience? What it's like to learning in this program?
I think learning in this program is really diverse. There's a lot of diverse subjects, and one thing that really stands out to me as well is that in each subject we actually have a lot of classes that take you on field trips. So they take you to visit the factories or the farms that are related to the class you're taking, and from there you can get to learn from the people that work there themselves and see how the knowledge that you learn in class is applied in the real world.
Ooh, so I believe that company visits is common in as a BTech students. We try to take our students to visit real industry, to talk to entrepreneur and learn from them. So can you give me us example of the company that you like the most?
So we went to visit CP. That was very interesting. Got to learn about the way they make food and or the food that you eat in 7-Eleven and stuff, as well as Sing, or we also went to Syngenta, I think. Yes.
So all the big companies, yes. Right? What about the CSR event or non-academic events that you like? Can you briefly share about those events?
So I think overall, non-academically, BBTech is a very welcoming community. I really like the relationship that all 4 years have, and everyone's very helpful to each other. And also we have a lot of sports events because we really like sports for some reason, and I think that also helps build the bonds between the different years. So that's what I enjoy about BBTech. Yes.
So as some of the faculty that involved with BBTech, I ensure you that BBTech is sport intensive program.
Yes.
Every time I talk to the students, they have sport events,
yes.
Football, flag fight, all, some students really athletic, right?
Yes.
Many freshy games.
Yes.
What about non-sport events? Do we have that?
So we do have some non-sports events, such as I mentioned, our CSR trip, and we're also looking to host more events about the faculty itself, such as coming to this open house.
Oh yeah, you mentioned about the open house, right?
Yes.
Our open house is on 2nd November, the same day as the engineering open house as well. So once you visit the engineering open house, you might want to come to our Mahamakut building, right?
Oh, it's actually our booth will be under TAP building.
Under TAP building.
Yes.
So what's the theme of today, of this year, open house for our faculty?
The science faculty open house is astrology. So this kind of which is kind of a pseudoscience, but it's kind of the vibe of picking fates and relating it to science.
So it's a mix between arts and science, yes. and horoscope,
yes.
And soft power. So we try to include everything and then organize it as a workshop, right?
Yes.
So students who come to our open house will get the hands-on experience.
Yes.
That have the experience related to the department or the major, right?
Yes.
And Taida gonna be there.
Yes, I will be there.
All right, so what's about, things that people really want to know? What we want to do after we graduate from bachelor program. So, Taida, can you share your example?
Okay, so I'm in my 4th year now, and it really depends on the person, right? But in my 4th year, you do a senior project, and currently I am working in the Department of Biochemistry, and as I got to do more labs full time, and as I was working on my project, I realized I really like this field, so I'm interested in doing a PhD in molecular biology after I graduate. But the exact field I'm kind of still looking into because I enjoy a lot of things such as characterizing enzymes or looking at cellular mechanisms or more studying novel organisms. So I'm still looking at that, yes.
Well, as an instructor,
yes.
This is what I'm really proud of, as someone who worked on this program, because once the students say that they want to pursue PhD, it means that they love the learning. They love to learn. And it's rare for academic institution to achieve that, right? Yes. So I'm really happy that you said that you want to continue your PhD. What about you as a high school student? So today we have so many high school students right here listening to us. So do you have any suggestion to them on how to choose bachelor degree major or what to do when you are grade 12 and you need to do the entrance?
Okay, so that's a very good question because in high school I was also really unsure of where I wanted to go. But I think for me, I based my decision off of what I liked. So I really like science, so I thought pursuing biotechnology would be interesting. And from there, I just kind of had the mindset of if I work hard or I just do my best, then the rewards will follow. And I think that's a pretty good mindset to go into university with.
Thank you, Taida.
You.
As you can see, biotechnology is going to be the field that transforms this country and the world. So this is the best time to study in biotechnology's program. And our program is established. Our alumni go to work abroad. Some of them work as a scientist in, Singapore, or some work in industry, and some go to start their own business and have an actual product out. Yes. So I'm really proud of you guys, and I'm so happy to give you information about this program more. So if you're interested in this program, we're gonna give more information at the booth at Salapakiel, so you can visit us as well. I'm gonna be there. And I think that's it for today. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
We will have the representative from BSAC gonna talk about our BSAC program, which is also really interesting.
Okay, thank
so
you.
Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Titi Sutiyut, and also Kun Taida Panit for the introduction of the Faculty of Science and Biotechnology or BBTech. So everyone, if you are full of curiosity, you get to do various experiments here in BBTech, just like a real scientist, right, Meiji? And this year's open house theme is very interesting, astrology, right?
Yes, of course, Kaimuk. Especially when BBTech does not only offer students academically, but also many more fun activities and also opportunities to do internship. And talking about their open house, the theme is astrology, but isn't it the same day as ISE? So be sure to check both of them out. And next is the applied chemistry, or is known as BSAC. So please welcome Miss Pimnapat Sapmi and Miss Kanyarat Detpong Pishit on the stage.
Welcome everyone to Chula International Open House 2025, and right now you're with us, BSAC. But before getting to know more about our program, please let us introduce ourselves first. So I'm Pimnapat Sapmi, or Mimi.
I'm Kanyarat Despong Pishit, or Now, and we are here as the representatives from BSAC, and we both are fourth year students.
Yes, and I believe that you all might be curious and wonder of what BSAC actually is, right? So BSAC stands for Bachelor of Science in Applied Chemistry.
Yes, and when we talk about BSAC, of course, I feel like most of us have an image that BSAC is a science course, and it's all about the courses consisting of labs, lectures. But today we are going to show you what actually BSAC is. So let us introduce you to the 4-year experience in BSAC.
Yes, so basically, we are the science students. Of course, the first year, there's going to be the foundations in math and science before you get into the deeper knowledge of the chemistry during the second year.
In the second year, you will get chance to learn the core knowledge, and most importantly, it will be deeper than the first year. And beside that, we will get chance to choose the major selections based on our own interests.
That's right. So now let's see what the major that BSAC can offer you all. So the first one is Industrial Chemistry and Management, which is a combination between chemistry and the business. So this course is really suitable for the students who aim to create their own business relating to chemistry.
And the next one is material chemistry. This is especially for those who is in love in pure chemistry. Material chemistry, when we got chance to study, it will be all about the chemistry that is deeper compared to the other major. We'll get chance to learn about the fundamental material chemistry, including with other courses that is related with the pure chemistry.
Yes, and also I believe that nowadays people raises more awareness on the environmental concerns. So I believe that this environmental chemistry major is one of the most interesting major for the students to choose.
Last but not least, our 4th and the most latest program, Cosmetic Chemistry and Entrepreneurship. This program really balances the chemistry concept that we can adapt and use in the real world problem, because this is really the concept that BSAC had developed for students like us, so that we can learn both the chemistry concepts that can create the cosmetic products that can really meet the needs of customers as well as the society and the consumers in our society. So basically the knowledge that we will gain in this program will be principal marketing as a part of the entrepreneurship, cosmetic chemistry, lab of the chemistry, where we will get chance to make our own chemistry product.
That's right.
And of course for the perfume and flavor, we both also got chance to make our own fragrances. And for the brand visuals and identity design, the most amazing courses where we got chance to make our own brand, get to learn that what actually is needed for creating our own brand and products, so that we can really learn about the strategy that can be used in the future.
Yes, just like both of us, we're in this major too, and I believe that this subjects are really interesting, and it can actually help us and can be applied into the real working environment in the cosmetic industry. And however, all the major and the subjects provided are all essential when you're going to work in a real working environment. To summarize this, we BSAC have a total of 4 majors for the student to choose based on their interests.
And now from seeing all the 4 majors, we would like to move to the 3rd year. Let's say that it's a very amazing highlight of BSAC, where in 3rd year we will get a chance to learn the specialized course that we chose by ourselves according to our interests. But beside that, we will also get to know about ISSP. So what actually ISSP is?
Yes, so the ISSP, or the Interactive Science and Social Project, is a project with a collaboration with the WPI, or the Worcester Polytechnic Institute, in which the students from the USA will come here to work in this project with us. And this project allows us to learn about the empathy and the needs of the society in Thailand and also in Asian countries.
In addition, beside the WPI, last year it was really amazing to have a special guest from the Republic Polytechnic Institute from Singapore, where we got a chance to meet our Singapore friends. It was really amazing opportunity for students like us to get to meet them, know their culture, learned not just about the chemistry knowledge, but it was really something out of box that we got to learn about their cultures, mindset, and adapt in the real world. And this was how we really bring the best quality work as a team with them.
Yes, that's right. So mainly this ISSP focuses on the real world problems, engaging the students to think beyond the theoretical labs or even the studies. So the students develop the research proposals to understand the current issues and also to set the objectives. The student will have a chance to kind of visit the project site on the real working sites, interact with the locals, and also to work in the teams to find a solution, consulting this with the advisor and also the sponsor. Because each year we're going to have the sponsor who face each challenges and bring it to us, and then we're gonna it's gonna lead to the analysis, discussion, and eventually the final presentation.
Yes, and now we move to the 4th year where we got chance to do the applied chemistry project. So what actually applied chemistry project is? So let's get to know about the ACP or the applied chemistry project. These projects is known as also known as ACP, our 4th year project or senior year project. After the 4th year, this is the special chance in which you all will get chance to have a research experience abroad in the country or in the topic chosen by ourselves, like the USA and Canada, Europe and Asia. And this course is about 1 semester or the 6-month maximum.
Yes, and here is our BSAC alumni, people from BSAC 15, who went to the Boston College, USA during his ACP. And after that, he has got the scholarship for his PhD program in organic chemistry in Boston College as well.
Yes, these projects that we might seem like only about chemistry, but it really opened many doors of opportunity for students like us.
Yeah, that's right. It offers lots of connections in other countries, which is like really suitable for and beneficial for the students in the future.
But if any of you really wishes to gain the experience, let's say about working experience or the working environment, you can select this choice, like 2 of us, cooperative program or co-op, where you get chance to select the particular company to work during this project too.
Yes, just like me, for me, I have an opportunity to collaborate with a cosmeceutical company, which like allow me to actually use the knowledge from the cosmetic chemistry. And also I had a chance to formulate my own facial cleanser. Yes, like it really like allows me to know how the real working environment is, especially in the cosmetic industry.
Yes, it does really do open opportunities, many opportunities for us, because not just about the, let's say, cosmetics, many of our friends also got chance to work in different company where they learn a lot.
Yes.
So this is the whole 4 year of study that provided us with the incredible golden opportunity through activities and projects that really cover the wider range of the chemistry knowledge. Yeah.
Yes. And after I have heard all about the highlights from BSAC, if some of you are interested in being a part of us, here's a chance for you. We BSAC have a total of 2 rounds, and we will be opening the first round on the 25th of November until the 25th of the December. And for the second round, it will be around February until March of next year. And we have a total of 3 requirements, which are the English proficiency, math test, and science test.
And if you are looking for a scholarship, BSAC provides you with many a scholarship. We have top score admissions, that is for the students in the admission round. Academic excellence for those who are top in academic. We have for each batch. And then non-Thai students for our international students. And of course, extracurricular activities students like us.
Yes, because we are the BSAC ambassadors, so we are under the extracurricular activity student scholarships.
And after the 4-year journey, amazing opportunities, and after all, definitely BSAC really builds a strong foundations for us. And it's not just the strong foundations during the study, those foundations that creates us after the graduations too, that is for our career and the futures. So we would like to take you to see what actually our alumni do after the graduating. Yeah.
Yes, so as you can see here, some choose to work right after the graduation in the chemical or chemistry industry. But as you can see, it's not just the chemical industry that you can go for after the graduation. Like P. Bang from BSec 6, he also worked in a global organization in business and marketing, and many other in the different other fields.
But there are also some of BSAC students who choose to pursue the studies further, and we have many of our seniors and alumni who pursue their further studies in very wide field, no matter it's chemistry, management, business, and even medicine in the many renowned institutions and universities all over the world, as shown here.
Yes, and some alumni also got a scholarship to study for a higher degree in a top university. As you can see, the alumni here with the prestigious scholarships from Anand Mahidol Foundation scholarships and Queen Sirikit scholarship. And recently, we have Pibam from BSAC 16, who have recently just got this scholarship as well.
Being here as a BSAC students, we didn't just get a knowledge, but also a really amazing connections. Here is the pictures of the 20th BSAC anniversary and homecoming 2024, where we got a chance to meet our alumni, get to talk with them, and when we're talking with them, really amazing opportunity was there to know what we can do in the futures, and even some of the job career that we get there too. So it's really the warm welcome from them, and it was hosted on the 30th August, which was 2 months ago.
Yes, it was a wonderful atmosphere where we got to reconnect with the alumni who have graduated long ago and also our professors. I believe that this kind of reunion will give us chances for everyone to know each other better and share ideas and stories.
Yes, as a representative from BSAC welcome you to have experience in learning in this warm and friendly environment where many amazing opportunities will be provided and waiting for you all. And of course, if you wish for further explore, here is the social media and contact for the further look. So yes, you can contact or go for the deeper informations in all of these media.
Yes, and if you would like to be a part of this amazing experience, please feel free to contact or discuss with us more later in our booth in Sala Phakyao. And here's a QR code for you to explore more about our social media in BSAC's websites, Instagram, and Facebook.
Thank you for today's participation from everyone, and we really hope that the given information will be beneficial for you as much as possible.
Yes, and have a nice day. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you คุณพิมพ์นภัสซับมี and also คุณกัญญารัตน์เดชพงษ์พิชิต for introducing us to applied chemistry of BSAC. So in here, not only you get to study about chemistry, but also get to apply this subject with business and also entrepreneurship as well.
Right? Isn't that very interesting? And for more information, you guys can get into their social media, bsac.chula. And talking about their courses, chemistry and business, material chemistry, and also cosmetic chemistry and entrepreneurship, isn't that sounds very, very delightful? Also, there are also some collaboration in projects and programs with other institutes to illustrate how talented BSAC students are. But without further ado, let's welcome our next faculty from Faculty of Science, which is Industrial Science and Technology, or as known as BISTech. Please welcome Assistant Professor Dr. Pishaya Inda on the stage.
Hi. I'm so sorry if my voice is a bit weird today because I have a sore throat, but I'm going to try my best and representing our new international program from Faculty of Science, which is called BISTech, which stands for Bachelor of Science in Industrial Science and Technology. So this international program is emerging of a full department, which is a technological science track, and the four departments are chemical technologies, where I'm from, and food technologies, material science, and imaging and printing departments. We combine all the strengths together to establish these international programs because we think that our world changed very quickly, and we want to build a future leaders that have both very strong scientific background as well as have a lot of entrepreneurship skills at the same time. So I'm gonna get into the point very quickly because this is the last international program from Faculty of Science, and I don't want to bore you as well at the same time. So the curriculum structures, in the first year we will be focusing on basic science, building you like a very strong knowledge of all the science discipline, biology, chemistry, and physics. And we also want to introduce you to a little bit of business knowledge, particularly marketing. And the marketing will be delivered from the Faculty of Commerce and Accountancies. And for the second year will be going into more technical skills like mass and energy balances, which requires when you want to build like a factory for your own, you need this knowledge in particular to build your own factories. And we also teach you on material selections and statistical analysis, particularly for industrial scales. And during the third year, we would like to teach you a little bit about sustainability and also the intellectual properties because it's quite important business skills, especially when we have a survey of how to build this program. We talk to the industries and then we create this program based on the industrial demands as well. And during the third year, in the second semester, you will be doing the business finance, and also you will have a chance to visit a lot of factories that is in the connections of Faculty of Science. And in the fourth year, we will be focusing on studying feasibility studies and project evaluation, which is a very important knowledge. If you graduated from this program, you will be able to assess what kind of technology you can invest in. And the last, not the last thing, sorry. So for the potential career, what kind of careers in this program that you can become a production planner, Biotechnology analyst, or the technological feasibility assessors. And for the future studies, the further studies in Faculty of Science, there are various kinds of master program and also PhD program as well. And for the admissions, we have 4 rounds of admissions. The first 2 rounds are for the Thai applicants, and the last 2 rounds are for the international applicants, which you can look at on the website. And for the criteria of our applicants, we divide it into 3 parts. The first one is English proficiencies. The second is the mathematics or the science scores, and the last one is the interview scores, which is 30%, 30%, and 40%. And these are the details of the applicants. If you, there are different kinds of proficiency tests that you can use to apply in our international programs. These are the list of the mathematics or the science scores that you can put in. It might be slightly too small, I'm pretty sorry about that, but you can find all the information on our website. And this is the contact details of our international programs. Please visit our website, which is just newly built, and it has all the information in there. So please visit www.BIStech.sc.chula.ac.th. So before I finished all the presentation, I just want to tell you that this program, we try our best to basically cope with our fast-changing world and want to deliver the best skills that you can use in your future, especially in your new generation. So I hope this new program excites you. And if you are interested, please feel free to come to our booth at Sala Pagil. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Assistant Professor Dr. Pichaya Inna, for introducing us to a new international program, Industrial Science and Technology, or BizTech. So, Meiji, we get to learn both science and business as well. For example, accounting, finance, investment, which will be applied with science once again.
That is right. And more coming is sustainability and entrepreneurship skills. They are becoming very, very famous in the leading trend in our world nowadays. And also BSAC has everything you need to know in order to become one of the successful person in our future career path. And coming up next, we also have the Faculty of Commerce and Accountancy. We have accounting from BBA and also international business management from BBA. Without further ado, please welcome Assistant Professor Dr. Panithan Chantongjean. Please welcome.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm glad to meet all of you today as a part of the committee member of BBA International Program. Okay, I'm from Marketing Department of Chula Business School, and today I'm going to introduce you to and walk you through the detail of one of the best business program in Thailand. Okay, but before that, okay, please let me know who are interested in BBA International Program. Please raise your hand. Oh, okay. Oh, many of you. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Okay, today you will know a lot in more detail about our program. Okay, but before that, okay, let me show you our video clip.
Needed more than that. We finally created a new definition of business learning, innovative change. Today, Chulalongkorn Business School has a vision to be a world-class school which provides life-changing experience with an innovative wisdom and philanthropic spirit. So, we always provide new majors to our students. Digital business management due to rapid change environment in this world. We're also ready to incubate business students with the 4 developed majors. Beyond an international business is a digital international business. Not only marketing, but also brand management. Not only a financial, but also investment analyst. Emerging the new era of accounting. We introduced some changes to accommodate the global demands and more professional careers that we have to offer to the students. Digital business management, brand and marketing, financial analysis and investment, and accounting. Chulalongkorn Business School. We have been accredited by AACSB, Equus, Amber, CPA, Australia, and ACCA, the UK. And also the lecturers are from top-ranked universities. For accounting degree students, they can engage in the CPA. So these are for major selection to make the BBA become smart business people. But we believe our students would take their steps to the international and global levels. This is a change that you can choose. Business Administration International Program.
Okay, and that's the overview of our BBA program. Okay, now I'm going to walk you through the detail of what you may want to know about the program. Okay. Okay, and this is the agenda. Okay, I will introduce you to the program and also other things that you might want to know about academic experience here at BBA Chula, and also extracurricular activity, career path, and also admission and also scholarship if you interested in our program. Okay, about Chulalongkorn Business School, of course, we are the top world-class business school that have 5 departments: accountancy, commerce, finance, statistics, and also marketing. And we provide you with all degrees from bachelor to doctoral degree. Okay, overview of BBA Chula. Okay, the highlight of the program that you might already know. We are the first undergraduate level program in Chulalongkorn University that taught in English entirely, okay, and established in 1996, which means that, okay, if you become our part of BBA Chula family, you will become part of our 30 years anniversary of the program, okay, and also we are one of the most selective international programs in Thailand according to SAT score. Okay, you will see in the next couple of slides about the statistics of our SAT. Okay, about Chulalongkorn Business School itself, okay, we are the top world-class business school with Triple Crown accreditation. Okay, as you might see from the slide here, okay, we rank as top business school #1 in Thailand from QS World University ranking, and also we got accreditation from all over the world, ACSB from the US, EQUIS from Europe, and also AMBA from the UK. Okay, and this is the 3 leading accreditation that just very few business schools in the world that got all of this accreditation, and we become part of it. So we call ourselves as top world-class business school with Triple Crown accreditation. Okay, next talking about academic experience. Okay, we provide you with the business management knowledge, not just only the theory, but also the real-world practice. We invite all leading professors worldwide to teach you in the class, and also invite the real guest speaker, who is the real top executive from the leading firm, to teach you in the class as well. Okay, and we are the 4 years program. Okay, you will gain a lot of academic knowledge and also extracurricular activity. Okay, for the first year of the study, okay, we prepare you with some pre-sessional course, preparatory course, okay, to make sure that you're ready to become the real business at the bachelor degree. Okay, we start this course around June and July every year before we start the first year of the study. For example, this past June and July, we collaborate with Central Retail Group to the top executive of Central Retail Group come here to teach you, okay, to make sure that you're ready to be the business student at Chulalongkorn Business School. Okay, and at the first year, we prepare you with all fundamental business that you need to know: marketing, finance, accounting, operation, and also economics. Okay, you will learn all foundations of business within the first year. So you know yourself quite clear when you finish the first year that which part of the business or which area of business you might pursue. Okay, so at the end of the first year, we ask you to choose the major, and we will have advisory session to help you select the right major for you. Okay, and these are the major that you can select. Okay, the first one, accounting. The second, financial analysis and investment. Third one, brand and marketing management. And the last one, the new major, digital business management. Okay, for accounting, okay, what makes us distinctive from other university maybe because we got accredited from ACCA and CPA Australia. So you learn with the international standard here at BBA Chula and have been recognized by the Federation of Accounting Professionals. Okay, and you have a lot of career opportunity in the accounting world. Okay, auditor, management accounting, tax advisor, financial analyst, government accountant as well. Okay, financial analysis and investment. Okay, we provide you with the curriculum that align with the CFA. Okay, so you have a lot of advantage here to study about finance. Okay, and we have the financial lab to equip you with the real experience of investing. Okay, here at CBS, and there are many possibilities for you as well. Brand and marketing management. Okay, here we provide you not just the marketing, but also how to create your brand, how to build the brand, which is very important part of the world business nowadays. Okay, and we provide you with the real practical experience. We invite the top executive from many leading firms to teach you as well. Okay, and there are many possibilities for you as the career path. Okay, and last, the major digital business management. Okay, this major, okay, is adapt from the international business management, but okay, we provide you with more kind of digitalization experience. Okay, you will learn okay how to do like digital transformation in your company. Okay, and this course will teach you from the staff of our Faculty of Commerce, from the Department of Commerce and also Department of Statistics. Okay, you have many possibilities as business development, e-commerce, or even technical startup here. Okay. Extracurricular activity. We have a lot of extracurricular activity for you. Okay, start from the day one. Okay, we have orientation. We have the first mid-trip. Okay, we will help you do ice breaking before we start the semester, so you become familiar with your classmates. And also, we have so many academic experience that we provide you outside the classroom. For example, business case competition, we encourage you to participate in many business case competition worldwide. Okay, and you got also the chance to do the summer internship with many leading firms as well. And you can also have the exchange about experience at the third year, okay? Not just a few weeks, but the true semester, okay, at our partner university worldwide, Asian university, European, or in the US. Okay, and before you graduated, we provide you with the study trip to bring you to have the international exposure. For example, we bring marketing students to meet with the MD of Dentsu in Japan at the headquarters, and you have lecture with the MD of Dentistry in Japan. Okay, that's what we provide you before you graduated. Okay, and there are so many extracurricular activities that you can choose from the program itself, from the faculty, and also from the university. Okay, let's moving on to some highlight of extracurricular activity. Okay, we have Case Club. Okay, this is very high reputation for BBA Chula. We encourage students to participate in international case competition, and we win more than 10 rewards each year. Okay, you can be part of them, the Case Club. And also, the rural project, okay, you aim at the star, but your feet is still on the ground. Okay, we will ask you to have the experience to help the society as well. Okay, and also BBA camp, you can conduct the camp for the high school student who interested in the BBA Chula. And we have international department. Okay, you can become part of our department to welcome exchange students from worldwide. So this will enhance your international exposure and experience. Okay, this is some achievement that we got from previous year. More than 10 award winners from case competition worldwide. Okay, career path. Okay, definitely you can you can get a lot of opportunity from top world-class firm. Okay, big 3 consulting firm, big 4 accounting firm, for example. Admission. Okay, you can see from our website. Okay, that normally we gonna accept about 220 new students per year from 3 channels. Okay, the first round, December to February, second round, March to May. Okay, and according to the statistic, okay, the SAT score, highest score is 1,590, which is just 10 out of the full score. So it's very high, very competitive here. Okay, but it also means that our standard is very high as well. Okay, for the admission requirement, you can see from the website, we require you the English test and also academic aptitude test. Okay, to meet the requirement, you need IELTS 6.5 for the SAT, at least 1,270. Okay, international admission, we have the quota for 20 seats if you have dual passport. Okay, you can use this part to do the admission. Okay, and we also have the next gen. Okay, we call it as BBA next gen. We have 10 seats available for this part of admission. Okay, if you think that you have some distinctive profile, you may apply via this next gen as the track that we just created a few years ago. About the scholarship, okay, we have scholarship for you as well. Let's say that if you are the top 3 SAT score, okay, you will get full scholarship cover for academic years. But you need to remain the GPA of no less than 3.5, okay, and the tuition fee coverage for the first academic year for the SAT score highest, the rank number 4 to number 10. Okay, what about international students? We also provide you with the scholarship as well. Okay, you can have a look in our website for more detail. Okay, so what really differentiate BBA Chula from other business study at the bachelor level? We provide you with what we call life-changing experience. Okay, this is what CBS promised to give you. Okay, you will transform yourself from the student to become the world-class business leader within 4 years. This is what we promise to give you. Okay, that's what makes us differentiate from other business school. Okay, I think the time's up for my session. So I would like to end my session with, okay, the announcement that if you're curious to know more about BBA Chula, I'm glad to tell you that this coming Sunday, we will have the grand open house for BBA Chula at Samyan Midtown Hall 1 from 9 to 12. So please do not hesitate to join if you're curious to know more. You will see every aspect. You will meet every ajahn, every professor, alumni, and also the top executive, okay, from many firms. Okay, they will be there to give you more information about BBA Chula. So I hope to meet you there, okay, on this coming Sunday. Okay, for today, thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much, Krab.
Thank you, Assistant Professor Dr. Panithan Jantong-Jin, for a very impressive introduction from BBA. And everyone, don't forget to check out BBA's open house on 20 October 2024 from 9 a.m. to 12. Okay, Meiji, doesn't this faculty sound interesting to you?
Yes, obviously, and especially when they offer just 4 programs. I think it's really interesting.
Okay, however, to officially begin this year's open house, we will be having an opening remarks by Professor Dr. Wheeler Puriwat, President of Chulalongkorn University.
But after that, we also have a special interview by Kun Margaret from Faculty of Inda, Faculty of Architectural Design, or as known as Inda. Isn't that sounds very exciting?
It is very much, Meiji. But just for the reminder, the first pre-registered 2,000 people to come today. The university prepared a set of souvenirs just for you to take home. By the end of the open house, you will receive an exclusive official open house international programs 2025 tote bag. And for those who aren't available during the afternoon session, we have provided you with a live stream on Facebook, Chula OIA, from now on up until 4 p.m.
That is right, Kaimu. And just a reminder for our agenda for today, even though in the hall we only offer undergraduate program, but in total, we also have bachelor's degree, master's, and doctorate degrees at the exhibition booth around Chulalongkorn University. Isn't that sounds very interesting? If you guys need more information, you are more than welcome to check all of our booths. And Kaimuk, I think it is now the time for the photo session, right?
No, not photo session, speech.
For the speech.
Okay, without any further ado, let's welcome Professor Dr. Wheeler Puriwat up on the stage and give us a very heartwarming speech. Please give a big round of applause
to the President of Chulalongkorn University once again.
First of all, please take a look at me. You know, I think everyone's staying on that slide. Okay, well, okay, please take a take a look at your superstar. You know, probably if you're a big fan. Okay, I'll leave you with your, with celebrity later. Okay, first of all, thank you very much for your coming today. Distinguished guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. As the president of Chulalongkorn University, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our 2025 International Open House. This event is designed to introduce both students and the public to the exciting international programs we will offer in the upcoming academic year. When you get to choose the place to study, in my point of view, you don't choose the place that you come to learn to get a degree. You come here to the place, to the university that can change your life forever. So Chulalongkorn University will not just be a place that you come to study. I would rather you think you got to find some place that you can change your life forever. Okay, the programs, the program that you got to study will provide you not only the knowledge, but also wisdom and experience. This year marks a new chapter for us, featuring a diverse range of undergraduate and postgraduate programs. We are proud to present 21 undergraduates and more than 50 graduate curricula from 23 different faculties, allowing students to explore a variety of academic disciplines. I encourage all students to engage with the presentation and exhibition hosted by our faculty representative. They will offer valuable insight to our programs, enriching both your academic experience and your international life at Chulalongkorn University. I am confident that your time spent here will be truly remarkable. Regarding our international programs, I am confident that the quality of our offering is on par with esteemed institutions worldwide. We create opportunities for students to encourage in life-changing experience abroad for all over the world. I would like to extend my gratitude to everyone for being here today. Your interest in our international programs is invaluable. Our university is a shining example of academic excellence, innovation, and leadership, not just in Thailand, but throughout the region and beyond. We hope you take full advantage of the talks by our international program representatives in the main auditorium at Expo Chulalongkorn University as a potential destination for your academic journey. Chulalongkorn University will be your life changer for an enriching international experience, and I look forward to welcome you into Chula community, where we will shape your future both personally and professionally. Please enjoy activity and the beauty of our green campus, and we provide you not only the knowledge. You come here, to see our heritage, and look forward to welcome you in the future. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Willard Puriwat, for a heartwarming speech. Now, let's invite other important guests for the photo session as well. Now, Professor Dr. Willard will be staying in the middle. To the right will be Kun Mark Krit Kanjanatip and Professor Jen Chong Suwat and Professor Thomas Losala. And to the left will be Associate Professor Dr. Palani Amranon, Dr. Ram Piyaket, and the Director of Inda, Professor Dr. Chusak Chanpatompong, in this exact order.
Please welcome up on the stage Okay, and shall we take some photos with our future Chula students together?
Thank you, Professor Dr. Willard Puriwat, again for such a genuine speech, and also other important persons such as Kun Mark Krit Kanchanatip, Professor Jen Chong Suwat, Professor Thomas Losala, Associate Professor Dr. Palani Amranon, Dr. Ram Piyagate, and the Director of Inda, Professor Dr. Chusak Chanpathompong.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, this event is a fantastic opportunity to get a first-hand look at what makes our program so special. And today, we have a very special guest with us who is here to share his unique perspective on the program.
Now you may already know him from the music world as a member of one of Thailand's most famous boy band, BAScii. Because of you, I shine. But today, he's here in a very different role as a student and ambassador for his program. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the one and only Kun Mark Krit Kanchanatip on the stage.
Please welcome here, Kun Mark.
สวัสดีครับ
Please have a seat ค่ะ Okay. สวัสดีค่ะ คุณ Mark. So, what do you like us to call you today, คะ
What do you want to know?
Okay, may I call you just Mark?
Sure.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you for joining us today. I know that you have a very busy schedule because, well, you are Mark Chris after all. So, first of all, how are you feeling today, คะ
I'm good, and I'm honored to be here on a Tuesday morning. And good to see you all. I hope you guys learn a thing or two.
Awesome, Kun Mark. Now many people know you for your music career, but today you are here to talk about something a little bit different. So can you tell us what inspired you to choose Chulalongkorn University and also Inda as your program?
So I was doing an architecture program in the US before I came here. But I was given the rare opportunity to be an artist in Thailand. So I had to sacrifice my educational path in the US to fulfill my dream here. Though I still have passion doing architecture. That's why I explored my options here in Thailand. And I feel like Inda program is the perfect fit for me.
Okay, and Mark, as you are both a singer and also a student here in Inda, how has Chula actually helped you integrate into both academic and social aspects of the university life?
Honestly, I don't have much of a university life because I have work apart from schools. But I have a lot of good friends that will keep me on track on my studies.
Yes.
And we have group works and we connect there, if not in our free time. And we also have peer reviews in Inda that students can get their comments on their personal projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in what ways do you actually feel like your experience in the international program has prepared you for your future career?
Sorry, can I?
Well, okay, so in what ways do you feel your experience in this international program, Inda, has prepared you for your future career?
I think the syllabus are very well planned. And my professors they're all from abroad, and if I were to work internationally, we're already taught and prepared to do that. So I think we're in like a great path of like working.
So I see. Okay. So any advice, Kun Mark, would you offer to a prospective international students considering Chulalongkorn as you've been studying here for a while?
I think this advice is for everyone. Like, entering like the university must be like very scary because it's like you're deciding where you want to be in the future. I guess my advice is to like actually think about what you really like and what you really want to spend like at least 4 years doing. And I think the key is just to enjoy what you're doing and then find what really suits you. And I think Chula has like a wide variety of choices, of options. I think there is always something for everyone.
I do agree.
Yes. What an interesting answer. Now, moving on to the next question, we would like to know in terms of global networking opportunities. So, have you had the chance to visit prestigious universities or leading companies abroad as a part of your program?
Yes. In Inda, I think there are like a lot of trips going on. I think some of them are like optional. But earlier this year, I went to like the U.S. With my friends. We visited like leading universities in architecture, like MIT, Cornell, Harvard, GSD. But we also get to like visit like top architecture firm and like very cool design sites. Although some of them are optional, I think I encourage you guys to go because it's really like worth it. Yep.
Okay, so how has being part of this international campus helped prepare you for working or studying abroad? Do you feel that this environment serves as a springboard to becoming a global leader?
Yeah, I think so. In Inda, you're taught to like adapt and face challenges within like tight timelines, and I think in work, I think it's like that too. I think like all the professors here are like really good, and I think you'll learn like a lot of stuff you didn't know before, and I think they can like guide you into like the right direction or the right future. Yeah.
I do agree.
And also, last but not least, we would like to invite Kun Mark to share a few words about his work and also how can you follow him on social media, please.
All right. I am Mark Chris. I'm in a boy group and idol and Tada Entertainment. And my Instagram is markchris.busofficial. And you can see my schedules on like bus. Because of you I shine on Instagram, yeah.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Of course, Mark. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mark, for being here with us and also share your precious time with us today. So everybody, once again, this is Mark Chris. Please give a big round of applause.
Thank you once again. Wow, Kaimuk. So being both Inda students and a famous boy band in the group, wouldn't that be so easy? But he managed both of them so well. Isn't that right, Kaimuk?
That is correct, Meiji. It makes me actually wondering more about Inda. All right, everyone. Without any further ado, let's get to know more about this faculty. Please welcome Ajahn Jen Chongsuwat and Ajahn Thomas Losada up on stage.
Inda, the International Program in Design and Architecture, is a 4-year Bachelor of Science in Architectural Design program, certified by the Architect Council of Thailand. and taught within the Faculty of Architecture at Chulalongkorn University. Since the start of the program in 2006, Inda has grown rapidly and now includes over 300 students and more than 30 international instructors from over a dozen countries around the world. Our instructors have graduated from leading international design schools, bringing with them a diversity of professional experiences, unique viewpoints, and valuable skill sets. During our annual exhibition of Inda Parade, we also invite distinguished guests from universities and practices outside of Thailand, whose perspectives and insights encourage students to look at architecture and design in new ways. With a strong focus on innovation and experimentation, Inda's core curriculum offers essential knowledge of design and communication, history and theory, and construction technology. A variety of additional courses provide the tools needed to address the unique characteristics of the Southeast Asian context, including its communities, climate, and ecology. Design studio projects integrate social, political, and cultural factors to create inventive proposals that reimagine the role of the architect and the possibilities of design. While architecture is the principal topic of study, Inda aims to expand architecture's boundaries and show how it dynamically connects to other fields of study, such as landscape, material science, and urban design. The program also provides students with fundamental design skills, such as creative and critical problem solving, an awareness of the impact of design at multiple scales, and an ability to adapt to the urgent issues and changing demands of the discipline in the 21st century. Inda also provides students with many opportunities for international engagement through a series of traveling workshops, study tours, and design build projects. These are often facilitated by collaborations or exchange programs with international institutions in the United States, Europe, and Asia. Many Inda graduates enter the architecture profession, but many more become versatile creative thinkers who are able to apply their skills and ideas to a wide range of fields, including branding, media, exhibition design, and real estate. Inda's exploratory, creative, and experimental environment ensures that our graduates can pursue careers internationally and that they are well prepared for a constantly changing future.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Mark.
Help us with our presentation.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone.
Welcome everyone to those of you who stayed. So we're going to start to talk about the international program in design and architecture. So there are kind of four main questions or issues that we want to discuss in this slideshow. So the first is what sets Inda apart? The second is what will I learn at Inda? What is it like to study at Inda? And what kinds of career paths are available to Inda graduates? All right, so first I want to kind of briefly talk about the management team and who you might meet when you get to Inda. So on the top,
from Mark, of course.
aside
right?
from Mark, of course, who is the most important person here. So on the top we have the dean and the directors, and on the bottom we have the assistant directors, two of whom are up on stage right now. So I'm Thomas Lazada, second from the right, and this is Jane Chongsuwat, first on the left. So we are also occupying these other kinds of leadership roles in the program. So on the top you'll see that there is one instructor that's kind of overseeing each of the 4 years of the degree program. And on the bottom we have introduced these kind of academic sequences. So we have instructors overseeing the courses in those sequences. We also have a really diverse instructor group. So we have right now 47 instructors from, I would say, maybe 15 different countries around the world. And Inda actually has the highest ratio of international instructors among all of the international programs at the university.
And of course, if you look at Inda, right? Inda is a program that was founded in 2006, and we operate under the Faculty of Architecture, actually as a separate entity in addition to the 6 departments of the Faculty of Architecture that was founded in 1930. So Inda was founded by our founding director, Dr. Prishya Sittipan, right? We also, of course, think if you look at Inda, you know it's a 4-year program. And you might wonder what happens after 4 years. So of course, we talk about design and how important it is, right? And how that's a focus at Inda. But at the same time, if you want to be an architect, of course, you can also follow that path. Go to Inda, you can work at an office for 2 years or get a master's degree, and you can still take the ACT exam, which is the license exam for you to be an architect in Thailand. And about Inda,
Okay, so as Jane sort of mentioned, when you graduate from Inda, we don't just produce architects as graduates from the program. So you'll see that architects and designers is only one of the many possible career paths upon graduation. So what we stress at the school is that we have courses related to architecture and design, obviously, but we also approach design problems through a multidisciplinary lens. Okay? One of the key factors or characteristics of the program is our focus on innovation and experimentation. This can be seen through the curriculum. So there are a total of 144 credits required to graduate, which means that you will be working pretty hard in your 4 years. These are the 4 sequences that we mentioned previously. So there is design as kind of the umbrella that encompasses all of the other sequences. And we also kind of stress the relationship between these secondary courses and the design studio. So the instructors are very careful to kind of coordinate what students are learning in these kind of secondary courses and how they relate to the design studio. So this just shows some of the skills that you'll be learning, right? Indicating the kind of typical design process. We also stress that the design process is not as clean as it is shown in the slide, right? The design process can be messy, can be nonlinear, can go back and forth, right? And we encourage this kind of experimentation. This slide is a really important one because this is sort of what sets Inda apart from the other international programs, right? So as has been mentioned previously, there are experiencing architecture trips which are available to students from year 1 to year 3. We offer design build workshops that happen in the summer of 2nd year. Design and construction projects for communities which take place in the summer after your 3rd year. Exchange programs which happen in the 1st semester of the 4th year. And then we also have design experimentation workshops and many distinguished international guest lecturers. So these are just some examples of trips that the students have gone on in the last couple of years. The trip destinations tend to change every single year, so these do not typically repeat from one year to the next. These are some example outputs from the design build workshops. So these tend to be kind of smaller scale projects, typically completed in 3 to 5 weeks. Some of these are projects that are meant to improve the facilities at the school. Some of these are meant to be kind of publicly displayed installations. These are design and construction projects for communities, so these are slightly larger scale building projects. So again, these are built usually in the summer after the student's third year, and these are primarily aimed at communities that are located in rural areas of Thailand that may not have the resources available to construct buildings like this. So we've been doing this for many, many years, and we've created many positive relationships with these communities around Thailand. Right? These are just some examples of some of the design and construction projects. This gives you a sense of the size of the projects that we typically do. A lot of the projects involve rooms for schools, right, or roof structures for different functions or events. Right? Some of these projects are located in remote forest areas of the country. Some of them are closer to the city. Some of you may recognize this image on the bottom. This is in the local community of Prakanong, right? This was a project that we collaborated with a local practicing designer named Chatpong, Chat Architects, right? This was actually published in a few magazines and was featured internationally, right? And again, this is another example of a kind of schoolhouse project, right, that benefits local children. And one more that integrates this kind of idea of community to a more local setting, right? This is actually the Faculty of Architecture, and this project looks at the creation of a kind of public cinema. For the exchange programs, these are sort of similar to the experiencing architecture trips in the sense that they sort of vary from one year to the next. We do have some consistent partnerships between universities in Japan, France, and the United States. For the DEX, or the Design Experimentation Workshops, these are kind of 10-day, really intense workshops where we invite contributors from all around the world to spend some time in Bangkok and explore some experimental techniques. These are some of the international guest lecturers that we've invited over the years. And our kind of feature event in the program is called the Inda Parade. So this is the annual end-of-year exhibition where students present their work in a public venue for anyone to visit and see what the program is all about. Okay, I'll hand you back to Jane.
Well, yeah, as Thomas mentioned, the highlight of our program is actually at the Inda Parade, which is our end-of-year exhibition that we organize in May of every year. So if any of you guys are interested in applying to Inda and learning more about the program, seeing the students work in real life, this is the event that we would like to invite you to also visit. Details will be published at a later date, but set the dates in May. In terms of work examples, I just wanted to go through, as Ajahn Thomas has mentioned, some of the build projects that you saw. You may now be wondering, how is that? How do I get there? How do I know how to build something for a community? So this is a diagram that can show you what you'll be learning in each of the year at Inda, what the focus of the studio are for each year. So in year one, because you're coming in from high school, maybe you don't know anything about design, we would introduce you to the basic design principles, so you start to learn a little bit about design, the design environment around you. In the second year, you start to learn more about architecture. You start to understand the sense of place and how that relates to architecture. Also, how architecture relates to larger topics, right? In year three, the scale of the architectures become bigger and bigger. You start to understand its relationship to the city, to the urban environment, or even to the ecology. Right? And in the fourth year, this is where there's an opportunity for you to develop your own interest. So whether you're interested in design, architecture, interior, landscape, real estate, right? So some of the kind of career paths that our alumni go into can be kind of focused on in the fourth year option studios. So these are some examples of images from year one projects where you're learning basic formal operations within under one constraint, such as designing a cube, right? That's 20 by 20 centimeters, and then thinking about ways you can innovate a single normal cube, right? The second one is learning about design-based systems, so how you learn about modular structures or atmospheres, right? So the output of the year one projects are like small scale structures, which kind of start to give you the relationship between kind of the culture, the design culture around you and your body. So for example, this is a project that looks at street food carts and how you can rethink street food vendors, right? You can also learn about formal operations through relationships with your body, for example, like ergonomics, right? In the second year, you start to learn about the relationship between architecture and other design narratives, other design fields. So for example, in this project, they were looking at climate activism, so global warming, how can architecture play a role in mitigating that? Or looking at the design of architecture schools and how it relates to communities, such as this school that was proposed in a local community of Klong Peng near Ekamai. You can also look at TikTok or social media and how architecture plays a role in the creation of social media and vice versa. So this is a project that was looking at TikTok, right, and how it creates virtual spaces, looking at subcultures, for example, and what are the kind of spaces that we can think of when we think of subcultures, or even looking at small-scale devices or materials, building materials, innovating new building materials that can be applied at larger scales. These are some of the projects that were done in the second year. Right? And of course, in the third year, you start to understand architecture in a more public sense. So usually we would work on like a housing project, right? That is a more large scale. You start to understand private and public spaces, right, within a large housing project, or understanding architecture and the public, but not only in the human sense, but we're also looking at ecology, nature as a kind of other public, right? So how does architecture relate to nature, right? So for example, in this project, they were looking at the relationship between the development of cities to the rural area in Thailand, right? So you can start to see larger architectural buildings that are related to the program of the brief. In year 4, as I mentioned, right, it's a place for you to explore your interests. So these are the kind of variety of briefs that we have offered in the 4th year. So you can look at kind of first maybe architectural design and how it relates to the urban fabric. So from the scale of architecture and devices, how it relates back to the urban fabric in like this idea of design through making, right? There's also looking at formal experiments in this project, right? Or looking at making animations and videos in a more speculative design direction, or even looking at architecture at a territorial scale. This is a project that works with landscape infrastructure, right? Reclaiming land, or even small-scale architecture in a small community in Chiang Mai, where in this project we work with a local architecture office called Bangkok Tokyo Architecture, and we invite also local practicing architects to teach the Year 4 studio. So aside from learning from professors, you are also engaging with real practitioners within the field. So I know that there's very little time left, so I'll go through quickly what it's like, right, to study at Inda, what life is like, and of course you can ask Mark if you have any other further questions about life, right, at Inda, or life, you know, juggling work and school. So in terms of the Faculty of Architecture, we have many, many activities, such as the freshman initiation, where we are forming friendships, right? Students come together to work on activities and learning teamwork, and that's something that's very important in studying at Inda, is how to kind of grow up together, right? We have different activities, like our official sport is rugby, which we play in the lawn in front of our faculty, or even like Khun Khai, which is a kind of design-build projects where we go into different communities around Thailand to build small-scale architecture as a volunteer. Right? You also have, of course, Lakhon Thapat, right, or the theatrical performance. We have Chiato or Sin Chum, which was an event that occurred last weekend. It's a kind of the final freshman initiation where new students in the first year get to know alumni who are kind of practitioners within the field through this ceremony of where we kind of receive the freshmen into our community. We also have this part of Sin Chum is kind of a teamwork exercise or activity where you're together as a group carrying a very heavy piece of rope to symbolize teamwork and unity, right, as the year. You can also see different like Lakhon right here, or different activities that are kind of beyond Inda, right, where students are constantly attending competitions, right, they're submitting their projects to competitions. This is kind of images from the school activities that we do within Inda. So you can see that there are different class formats. Sometimes you sit in a lecture, sometimes you are working together as a team in a studio format that is very different from maybe what you experience in high school, right? So you'll be doing presentations and receiving comments about your work and developing it, right? And then very quickly I can go through workshops and facilities.
Yeah, so I mean, beyond the kind of classroom setting where you're typically interacting with one or two instructors at a time, right? This is the kind of workshop facilities. So we have a sizable space at Chula 14 where we have a whole range of equipment that you can use to construct your models and kind of visualize your proposals. So we have laser cutters, we have 3D printers, we have CNC machines that enable the construction of kind of smaller scale objects like furniture. We also have this kind of photo studio, so the documentation of your models that you make is also really important for kind of portfolios and things like that. We also have this kind of robotic arm that has been recently installed to sort of automate certain design processes.
Nong Som is the name of that robot.
Nong Som.
Nong Som. And then lastly, in terms of like career path and future possibilities, I may have not mentioned, but I'm also actually an alumnus of the Inda program, and now I'm back to teach at the program. So you can think about different career paths. As I mentioned, architects and designer is just one of them. Being a university instructor is also another career path, but we can first see that historically, Inda graduates have very, very successfully entered one of the most prestigious design and architecture schools in the world, such as myself in Columbia University, but all my other classmates, I would also be able to mention that they are able to enter these on a master's level as well to continue their studies. And these are some of the fields of design, the different fields of design that are the future possibilities of career paths, such as architecture, fashion design, interactive design, research, creative agency, interior design, for example. And we can see some examples of our alumnus who have successfully worked in international office, such as this one, Piken was working on in a project in offices in New York, for example. After graduating from Inda, he went to Harvard Design School and then went to OMA and BIG, which are very, very big architectural offices in New York, right? Working on these large-scale architecture proposals, right? And like buildings in New York, right? You can also see our alumni who form friendships at Inda and then end up creating a practice together. So together they open an architectural design firm called Primary Workshop, and now they are involved in designing and innovating interior architecture and different projects in Thailand as well, right? And that all started from Inda, or even if you don't want to be an architect, right, you can still go to Inda and end up working in a place such as this one that was also founded by a group of friends, classmates who studied together, and they really enjoyed working on the exhibitions in the faculty activities and end up opening an experimental design office called XD49. You may have seen their work in before they were renamed XD49, they were called Don Boy, and you may have seen their design in Bangkok Design Week or like Awakening fairs in Bangkok before. And these are all like the work, they design concert stages, right? Lighting design, interactive design. So for example, this one, they were looking at projection onto a building facade, for example. And these are all kind of graduates from Inda that work together and end up doing this. And of course, admissions, if you have any questions, we don't have to go through the criteria. You can of course visit our booth with Kunchat, who is standing on our right-hand side over here. If you have any questions about admissions, he's the best person for you to ask, and he can answer all the requirements of portfolios, what you need, what exams and scores you need to apply to Inda.
Okay, I think just for the sake of completion, right, we'll kind of go through some of these, right? So just in a very general sense, right, you're going to be required to submit your exam results, submit a portfolio, and then sit for an interview. right? So these are all of the kind of qualifications that we look for. This is the way that we kind of rate each of these different parts of your application. And again, it's not just about being creative, it's about us kind of assessing your skills as a designer and your ability to kind of present your work. So again, as Jane mentioned, right, all of this can be found on our website, but you can also talk to Chat, who's standing in the corner. So yeah, if you have any questions, come to talk to any of us, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Us.
Thank you, Ajahn Jen Chong Suwat and Ajahn Thomas Losada, and also Marcus as well, for the introduction to architectural design, or Inda. If anyone's interested in Inda, feel free to follow CUINDA, CU Inda on Instagram.
That is right, and I believe that it is all for this morning program sessions. Next up will be the time for our lunch break.
Yes, that is right, Meiji. We'll be back at exactly 1:30 p.m. So we will be seeing you all here in an hour and a half.
Thank you for being here with us today through a wonderful morning session. And of course, you all are more than welcome to join and also look at our live Facebook, right? Kaimuk
Yes,
Chula
Meiji.
OIA. And apart from that, thank you to all of our presentators from each faculty as well. Today would not have been possible without everyone here.
Thank you. And once again, please feel free to check out our exhibition outside of the hall if any of the presentations here this morning interest you.
That is right. And we will be back at 1:30 sharp for the rest of our afternoon programs of CUATC, BALAC, BCM, EBA, LL Bell, PGS, and last but not least, CHPE.
See you after lunch, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.